Also, this is way better for the phone stream. You can angle it. Like technically, I think I could angle it. How do you angle it? Where's the button at? What's that short button do? What the? Oh, maybe you can't angle it once you start. Oh well. All right. First order of business. I think we do potatoes. I cleaned this just. Listen, this. Hello. Hello. There's water on this because I just rinsed it off. It's not just still or sitting water on my plastic cutting board. I promise. All right, so first step, get a tater to make the same meal I make every single day. Someone asked me, are you the psychopath that eats the same food all the time? Perhaps. If it's not broke, don't fix it. If you like the way it tastes, just keep eating it. And if it's conducive to goals, I suppose. This tater looks decent. We'll rinse her off. I pick out all the weird blemishes like this with my thumbnail or my fingers or something. I do something of that nature. Da-da-da. So I'm debating on changing. Does the audio sound bad or good? I'm gonna need someone to comment that. Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy. Thank you, YouTube, you muppets. What you making? I'm making eggs, potatoes. Well, eggs. I'm gonna chop this potato up, and I'm also gonna make some hash browns in the air fryer, and then the eggs on the stove with the vegetables. Which realistically, I think if you're cooking with stainless steel, you should always start the stove first, because it takes time for things to get heated. So here's the goal. I'm trying to flip the phone, I promise. It doesn't do it that well. We're gonna crank this for the pan, the high end of medium low. You see that? This is medium. This is the high end of medium low. We're doing that. Place the pan over the burner. Boom, that's good. And for this, we're gonna crank this a little higher, probably around medium. And I could measure it out, but it's not gonna do a whole lot. So now I get some water. Hello? That's good. That goes there. Get ourselves some ground red pepper. Last time folks got kind of mad that I don't do a lot of seasonings. I'm sorry. Hello? Nice. So that's good. Then we grab our frozen vegetables. Double potatoes, yes. It's not that many calories though. It's like 150 calories from the actual potato, then it's 300 from the hash browns, or 200, depends on how many I do. What is this? A cooking stream. Welcome. All right, so this is my freezer. I can't flip, YouTube is trolling. I need to clean that, ignore it. The hash browns, the frozen vegetables, I grabbed both these. And then, I could measure them, but I'm not gonna do that. Instead, I'm simply gonna pour it in. Do you like taco seasoning? Sometimes. I'm pretty basic with seasoning. I do mostly just salt, sometimes pepper, and I usually put ground red pepper, the spice stuff, into my food. Okay, that's roughly 200 grams of broccoli. Maybe more, I don't know. How's your brother like the new car? His car, he likes it a decent bit. Well, he needs to fix it up a lot because it was like, the car itself was $7 grand and it was supposed to be $8 grand, but the guy who sold it kind of lied. Or he wasn't very truthful on like what the car had wrong with it. So we drove 8 hours and the car had some blemishes and whatnot. Okay, this looks like a lot of vegetables. It's like 100 calories. That's the power of veggies. Yeah, so we drove 8 hours yesterday to Oklahoma, one way, right? We get there, and we try to buy the car, or he's looking at the vehicle. It's got the trim that's just torn to shreds on one side, sticking out. They tried to fix it, didn't work out. They had some oil leaks, which it wasn't too bad, and my brother's a mechanic, so he's like, this is good enough for me, whatever. But he wasn't happy that he asked the person that was selling it, are there any things about the car that I should know before we even drove down there? Bro did not mention the oil leaks, the trim being scuffed, the key marks, that someone keyed the car on the right side, and a bunch of other minor things, or major, depending on how you view it. And as he's looking at the car, the dude tried to do things to sort of hide the mistakes about the car, such as removing the engine cover to potentially potentially not show that it had oil leaks from the engine or something like that. Also, when he's driving it, turning up the radio so you can't hear the car making noises, which is kind of peculiar. But he got the car, $7,000, and he's gonna fix it up, so it's not gonna be a big deal. But it just shows that some folks are really shady when it comes to business, which is kind of annoying. Unfortunate. What's your thoughts on the new Punisher plasma? I don't care. I'm gonna be real. Some guns in that game I don't care about, and some people get attached to, which is it's normal. Like there's things that I like that other folks don't like that much. But I think that the Plasma Punisher is it's a lame gun. If it was ever good in the first place, I'd probably care. But I think it's a bad gun since it came out. And for it to be a bit worse, it's not ideal for the folks that like it, but me personally, I don't care. Enough space for the whole family. No. It's not that big of a car, so it's an XL, or it's a larger version of the vehicle, but it's not big enough to house, at least I don't think it doesn't have more than 5 seats. My brother needs a vehicle that has 8 seats for the whole shebang. So their Cadillac has that, but not the new vehicle. His new vehicle is more of a transportation thing for work because his motorcycle got wrecked because someone hit him. He's good though, kind of. But yeah. And now we do the one-handed chop of a potato, and we don't get banned from YouTube. We do like that. Long ways again. That's all of America. You think that's bad? Look at how they make business in the medical. Oh yeah, no, I get that. It's not just America though. It's just people. Greed is not a unique thing to America or Americans. I think people forget that. Having to hold the phone makes this very interesting. Like, it's still possible. Ew, what is this? See, when I see like blemishes on a potato, I scrape it out with my thumb. More goulash? Yeah, I make goulash every week. I think sometimes twice a week. So when I'm out of goulash, I make more. Can you spell? No, I cannot. I can't spell at all, I'm sorry. This one is... What is going on? Get out of my potato. Okay, we're good. Most people rely on fast food, ultra-processed food from gas stations, etc. I think there's not many folks that rely on gas stations, but there's definitely folks that go to gas stations. It's more like a last resort. I'm not sure I watched that. Like gas station food, it's not something that there's no way that folks rely on gas station food. That's more there for convenience. Because if you need gas and you're also hungry, gas station food. But that's like, even anywhere you go, people will tell you that gas station food, generally speaking, is kind of a last resort. Cursed thumbnail. I didn't know you could make thumbnails from your phone like that. So here we are. On the person. I think, well, in general, I guarantee you that most people are not consuming gas station food that often. Like, that's a promise. There's definitely one person doing it, but not that many people. Even grocery stores have mostly ultra-processed food. Maybe mostly, but hey, man. The grocery stores also have good food. It's just that people don't care. Folks would rather buy the stuff that tastes good than the stuff that makes them feel good, even though when you eat, when you eat enough food that makes you feel good for a decent bit of time, it turns out that begins to taste good. It's almost like the feeling of food that's good for you tastes better. It's kind of strange how to describe it. Because when I was younger, I drank like a bunch of sodas. Nowadays, I drink diet soda, but not regular soda. Regular soda makes you just feel not great. Even though before I drink 4 a day, sometimes 12 a day, very rarely, but sometimes. It's all about them habits, son. Sugar-packed chicken breasts. How many of you guys think that sugar is the devil? Because I didn't know that sugar had 4 calories per gram. But sugar itself is just like a simple carbohydrate. Things that have a ton of it aren't ideal by any means. Like crumble cookies. I think that those things should be banned. Crumble cookies should be banned in America and anywhere, honestly. It's 1,000 calories for a small little thing. Like how? At that point, it doesn't even taste like food. Too much sugar? I mean, too much sugar, too much water, too much anything's the devil. The dose makes the poison. But there's sugar in fruit. I eat a lot of fruit. Ever had them? No, I have not. I don't think I ever would. Like crumble cookie, I can guarantee you doesn't taste good. It just tastes like sugar. And like I was saying earlier, when you eat enough good food, it makes you feel better. So when you eat things that are just like 100 grams of sugar, it's not going to taste good. It's not going to kill me initially, but it's not going to taste good. So I just don't see the point in wasting my calories on something like that. Okay, I need eggs. I need to put these stuff in the freaking, oh my goodness. Okay, so here's the play. Usually I would rinse off these potatoes, but how am I going to dry them? Yeah, whatever, we'll make it work. It's all about carb. Do-do-do, do-do-do. Fruit is also horrible for you, but most don't understand why. It is not. No, it is. Stop it, stop it, stop it. It's not horrible for you. Saying that fruit's horrible for you shows a massive lack of understanding on your own part. You can't just say that folks don't understand that fruit's horrible for you whenever you don't understand that fruit's actually not horrible for you. That's just, what? Fructose is actually a high contributing carcinogen. What? Okay, bro, are you watching that the Bobby guy? The once carnivore dude that now doesn't do carnivore because he realized it's actually not great for you for long term? The guy who wrote a book on it and now he doesn't do it anymore? Yeah, fruit's bad. That's why you should do drugs instead. I agree. Are you making potatoes and eggs? Okay, so now we grab this. And if I had 2 hands, if I had 2 hands right now, it'd be so much easier. Now, saying that fruit's bad for you is some fear-mongering nonsense. I'd recommend not doing that. Because it just makes you look crazy. Well, it makes you crazy to think that. But then again, there's too much misinformation, so it's easy to get indoctrinated into that realm of stuff, especially with food. Professional video game player and you only have 1 hand? Yeah. The other hand, I got modified into my camera arm. Now, I was saying carnivore. I think that most fad diets aren't ideal for most people. Like, a lot of folks gravitate towards them because they're It's like they're like clickbait diets. There's things that sound great and they sound enticing because it's so different. I'm gonna do no carbs or low carbs. I'm gonna do meat only or animal food only. Why not just do omnivore stuff? Eat meat, fruit, vegetables, eat that stuff. Mostly whole foods. Guess what? You might change your life. What? People used to get fruit maybe once or twice every 2 to 3 months out of the year. What are you saying? Brother, we evolved from hunter-gatherers. You know what the gathering part meant? They're gathering fruit and stuff. I don't think your fruit conspiracy theory makes any sense. State that fruit would cause. Now people consume fruit almost every day. Not the average American. The average American is not getting enough fiber, which fruits and fiber and vegetables and whatnot. So they're not really consuming fruit every day. I'd wager that most people aren't consuming fruit even every few days. This is your first live stream because you need 50 subscribers. Yeah. What? 50 on YouTube, subs are not the folks that pay for the thing. They're just like followers. I think I have at least 100 subscribers. Whole foods only is the only diet advice most folks need? No. That would lead to folks not sticking to a diet. If you tell someone the path forward is doing whole foods only, they're not going to stick to that shit, bro. They'll do it for a little bit, they'll see some progress, and then they'll binge, and then they're right back to square one. It's more about being better, but better with moderation. That's the goal. Because you can still eat the things that folks say are terrible for you. Like me, I'm going to go eat like probably, yesterday I had the Big Biscuit. So their pancakes aren't the greatest, by the way. Just fun fact, if you're ever in Oklahoma, you get the Big Biscuit, get their biscuits. It makes sense. But I had their meal thing, 1,000 calories. I ate way above my deficit goals. Not a big deal, I'll still lose weight. Because my weekly expenditure is going to be higher than my caloric intake. But even still, I'm going to get like a burger probably this week after leg day. It's going to be a pound burger too. I'm going to get 4 patties of quarter-pound meat, 3 slices of cheese, Texas toast. But I'm just going to do one meal like that. And for the day, I'll be over my caloric needs for my goal of deficit. But in terms of happiness, I'm going to be chilling. All right, I put some oil in this bowl, very little bit, like maybe 20 calories. And now we do this. $0.18 per view. For what? You talking about RPM? Bro, my RPM for Helldivers right now, I think the recent video for the patch notes did really well in terms of RPM. But most videos is like $2. They're griefing me. Yo, Rick. You're saying some nonsense right now. Remember when BK tried the 3rd pound burger and failed because our society thought 1/4 was bigger than 1/3? I feel like quarter makes more sense though, just for overall conversions. I can do quarter, half pound, 3/4 pound. I like that more. Because the place I go to get my burgers, I just asked them like, hey, you guys don't seem to have a 3/4 pound burger. Can I just get 3/4 patties? And they said, sure. What else would you like? Oh, 2 slices of cheese, a Texas toast. So now I can customize my own order just by asking that. It's all about confidence. No, 0.18? Yeah, 18 cents. You get 18 cents for shorts usually, or you get pennies on the dollar for shorts. For regular YouTube videos, you normally get at least $1. Sometimes it's close to $1, which is like TikTok revenue. Like TikTok, good RPM is $1. Which yesterday I posted a video talking about Space Marine 2, which I don't like that game, bro. At first I did, and I wanted to like it, and I was like, man, this game isn't that great. And then the community made me hate the game. So now I might make a video on YouTube trashing it because it's not a good game. And they made some really dumb changes, so I have a reason to. If it's nonsense, sounds like you're just plugged in. You're so smart, it's crazy. All I'm saying is, I eat fruit every day. I guarantee you that my health markers are better than yours. I'm healthier than you, bro. How about that? Yeah, actually, a matter of fact, I guarantee you I'm healthier than you. Guarantee. What's up, Balga? And I eat fruit every single day. I have a lot of it too. Show me your HSCRP on blood tests. Hey, pay for it. Duel him IRL. We'll have a health off. Oh, this thing is sideways. No, but I can guarantee that I have better cardiovascular endurance. I may not be able to lift more than you because I'm in a deficit right now. Probably look healthier. Blood markers are probably healthier. Sorry. Because you know that fruit has a lot of micronutrients that your body kind of wants to have. And fiber too. How was your workout? It was pretty good. It was pretty good. Increased in some of the weights I was trying to increase in. Everything felt good. I liked it. I did push-pull. Oh no, today was push day. So I had chest. I did flat because I've been spamming incline for a bit and I figured may as well do some flat press on the day. So the flat pin-loaded machine because there was a bench that was taken so I couldn't do dumbbell. Oh well. So that went well. Then I went to the pec machine, which they don't have like a pec deck where you grab the handle. It's more like a pad that like it's like this. So I did that. And then moved on to shoulders. So pin loaded shoulder machine, shoulder press. After that, we did some cuff. So I had a wrist wrap with a thing you could hook the cable machine up to. I did behind the back shoulder raises. Like that. After that, I did some tricep pull downs and then some tricep presses with a machine. Kind of like dips, but it's pin loaded as well. Rick is confusing fructose and fruit with high fructose corn syrup. At this point, I don't even know what they're saying. They're just speaking nonsense. Which you don't have to know much, just know that fruit is good for you. And you can actually have a ton of fruit and it's still good for you. That's why people that fearmonger sugar are kind of muppets. And people that fearmonger fruit they're a lost cause. Fruit is not good for you, but it's okay if you don't understand the biochemistry. It's okay if you're wrong, Rick. Folks will just judge you a little bit. All right. So here's what I do with this. I have 3 hash browns. I try and place them diagonally a bit. This is my homemade liner for my air fryer. Then we toss some potatoes. Boom. Those go in the middle. They won't cook perfectly, but I don't care. Stop that. We're doing 400 degrees for 18 minutes. I should have this started so much longer ago, but I'm talking, so it is what it is. Oh well. Oh, that sound might be annoying. Man. Diabetic 23 years old, I'm following 9% carnivore meal. 9% carnivore meal a day, I'm feeling good now. I would just monitor it for the long term. But ideally, yeah, like if you have health, we'll call them defects. If you have health defects, then what you eat will vary from what I eat. Because I have some health defects, like I'm lactose intolerant to a decent degree, so I don't really want to drink regular milk. I get Fairlife and it's fine. Ever get that A1C checked? Oh, the AC? I fixed it. I fixed it. Man's pretty ripped. I'm getting there, man. I'm getting there. If I was doing what I'm doing right now for the past 2 months, I'd be probably decently shredded. but I was mildly trolling. Okay, starting the air fryer late actually was a mistake. My mom's 39, she's vegan. I'm sorry for your loss. I'm sorry for your loss. My mom tried going vegan not too long ago, and it did not work out. She tried to make the family go vegan. She wasn't trying, but when she made dinner, it was vegan focused, and I was pissed. I think that me and my brother were like just the peanut gallery talking some smack. It's like, oh, will some rabbits be joining us for this meal? Are we cosplaying the bunnies today? Vegan super hard to do healthily? It's just not worth doing. I legitimately do not believe that vegan, I think that vegan is one of the more unhealthy fad diets you can do. I don't like it. Because with vegan diets, if you want to be truly healthy, so to speak, you probably have to supplement a lot of stuff. And I take supplements, but I mean a lot of stuff. Because I don't eat fish, so I take a omega-3 every now and again, just because. But I eat red meats, which give me a bunch of micronutrients. I eat eggs, a bunch of micronutrients, which eggs and red meats have a decent bit of the same micronutrients to a certain extent. Hi from Glasgow, Scotland. What's up, brother? Screw balanced diets, eat exclusively Oreos dipped in cheese. Cheese? Maybe cream cheese. Hey, I have some stuff going on. I have some ideas for snacks. I take rice cakes. I usually have 2. Today I had 3 because I was hungry. I take this PB Fit chocolate. Then I pour the PB Fit, roughly 14 grams, so a serving which is 70 calories, in this cup. This cup's important. After that, I pour in like roughly 20 grams of chocolate Fairlife, mix it up, it becomes like a paste, almost like Nutella in a sense, but like chocolate peanut butter. Goes on the rice cakes. It's delicious. Big fan. I got down to 165 pounds. Healthy is 180 because I was on the soy. Yeah, I mean, when I was younger, I was doing freaking like keto. I was doing Atkins diet. I wouldn't eat bread, but it wasn't because I was afraid of carbs. I just didn't like bread. But apparently, when I was younger, I was afraid of being fat, and at one point, my parents took away the scale from me because I wouldn't eat as much as I should. Because I didn't know. I didn't know how food worked. I didn't know how the whole diet thing, or not even diet, I didn't know how to eat healthy. Now I do have a much better understanding, which is not that complicated. Just eat mostly whole foods and work your way from there. When was the last time you found yourself sick with flu-like or cold symptoms? I only get sick maybe once a year for a few days, if that even, but I can't remember. It's been more than 3 months. Nutrition content when? I posted a little bit, because nutrition content isn't that wild. Like, I'd have to do some more research to know the buzzword, not the buzzwords, but to know the terminology to use for certain food, like what has what to sound smart. But realistically, you just go get an app like Chronometer. It tells you what the food you're eating has in it after you measure it. So I have a measuring scale. It's for postage. I usually measure my food, but today I kind of know what I'm eating. Like today I'm having roughly 400 grams of broccoli and Normandy blend vegetables. It's 100 calories, decent bit of fiber. And I can just input that into the Chronometer and get like a rough estimate of what I'm intaking from that. 6 eggs is roughly 420 calories. Mostly, or it's like a smidge bit more protein than fat. Cold shower, Mr. Larry. I took one of those yesterday before I went on the road trip. Before we left the house, I took a cold shower, which kind of helped. Balanced diet is the most healthy. I don't eat meat every day, but I eat a lot of fish and dairy. I eat a lot of meat every day. Or not a lot, but like probably half a pound, 3/4 of a pound. But red meat is nowhere near. Red meat's actually good for you. There's been a lot of studies throughout our lives that were done through, they were done with malicious intent. Studies done to sort of further a business. And the way that they made the study was disingenuous. Like the cholesterol fear-mongering, sugar fear-mongering, it just goes on and on and on. In shower by turning off the hot. I used to do that a little bit, but now I just sort of stick in the shower for a little bit. I take long showers, long-ish, like 8 minutes, 10 minutes sometimes. Probably shouldn't do that. Oh well. Thoughts on the Ninja Slushie? Is it like the really crazy looking thing? Oh, you mean the Ninja Creamy, or the like? Because there's a Ninja Creamy and there's a Ninja Slushie, and there's like another Ninja thing where you spin the top and it helps you blend stuff. I'm debating on getting that for a blender, because I have the Dojo. The Dojo blender. This thing, I don't like it that much. It has a hard time blending when I'm trying to blend. A nuance of slushie. I've seen one that has a top that spins. Like you have a top that you can rotate to help you blend stuff better. I was debating on getting that. But my current blender, it still works, so I'm not really too concerned. 3, I got 6 eggs. Like a lawnmower? Kinda. They all do. Like if you put enough frozen strawberries or ice in a blender, it's gonna sound like a lawnmower. At least the ones I have. I need them freaking industrial grade blenders to not sound like a lawnmower. Everyone go out and get a pound bag of cane sugar, tons of fruit, and cotton candy grapes. Honey, crisp apples, whatever is the most sweet. Eat it all and feel healthy. Rick, you are very smart. I'm not sure what eating fruit has to do with cane sugar. One has micronutrients, the other one is just sugar, which is going to be a simple carbohydrate. Sorry, man. Hope you feel better, because you're definitely off the rocker right now. Oh, I'm gonna get this. Oh no, the one that sounded like it was dying it's gone. I put her out back. That one's been deceased for a bit. That's a new blender. That's the that's Old Yeller 2.0. So I heard if you crack eggs on eggs, it makes it easier to open them without making them shatter and whatnot. Your body has to work hard to get rid of it. Rick, you wouldn't know what working hard is if... Never mind. Hey, you see that? So ideally I crack them together, but I only have one hand, so. That's shell. Can we recover? Ah! No shell. Let's go. If what I said had no truth to it, you wouldn't be that defensive. What? That's like the biggest cop-out in the world. Like, that's the biggest cop-out in the world. What? The turns have tabled. Wait, Rick, what were your thoughts on aspartame? God dang it. God dag nabbit. Wait, it actually didn't break any eggs, like, on the floor. He's right. Eating one apple is just as bad as drinking blinker fluid. No! It backfired. The strat worked out so well until it didn't. Some eggs are just super weak. Oh, this is bad. Don't waste the eggs? I didn't. All the eggs, well, most of the eggs in the actual container. But store-bought eggs usually have, they sometimes have a weak shell. So when you crack it, it just gets destroyed. My vegetables are done. I actually may have burnt them a little bit. When I stream, things just don't go to plan, time-wise. Split out confidence, baby. Just ate tacos at Al Pastor. I was kind of craving tacos yesterday. My brother got destroyed by a gas station taco. I'm not sure why I bought them in the first place. Like, we stopped to get, he kept saying, "Are you hungry?" I'm like, I'm good. If you're hungry, we can stop somewhere. So we go to the gas station. Rick's gonna love this. We go to the gas station, and he's in there buying whatever, getting a drink maybe. He comes out, he has a gas station burrito, I think 2 bacon and egg, like McMuffin type things. They didn't taste very good. And then he had another one that actually tasted not that bad for gas station food, which was a freaking sausage and egg biscuit thing. He got destroyed. I was fine. So I'm not sure if I'm immune to gas station food, but I don't know why he got gas station food. Never would I ever suggest getting that food. We can go to a fast food restaurant, which is better food than gas station food. On a road trip, you don't really have time to sit down in a restaurant necessarily when you're trying to go somewhere. But once we got to our destination, we went to the Big Biscuit, which is pretty good. What am I making? Food. When it comes to gas station food, I only get candy bars, breakfast sandwiches sometimes, or tornadoes. Yeah, my brother got breakfast sandwiches and whatnot. Please put this towards the tripod to save the eggs. So I have one. Also, James, thanks to 10, brother. I have one, but it's not a good tripod. I think I need to get like an actual camera. That's what I need to get, is just a flat-out camera. Also, how does the audio sound? I'm using a JDI mic that I've had for a little bit now, that I never ever use. And now we gotta see. Time for the Leidenfrost effect, folks. This is a this is a heritage steel pan. Link in bio. Hashtag not sponsored yet. I asked them for another pan. They said, "We can't give you another free one, sir." And I was like, "Fine." I'm the GOAT. What can I say? Look at the dance. Look at the dance. Around the world, around the world. I think I missed the sync on that. Okay, so that's chilling. We have 3 minutes left on the food. I probably should. My timing when I'm streaming is terrible. Because ideally, what I'm supposed to have happen there is I'm supposed to have the eggs be almost done before the air fryer goes off. But oh well, it's fine, I suppose. Recipe for food. Pretty basic stuff. TBH. I do want to experiment with more seasoning though. Not for my eggs though. Whenever I put seasoning on eggs, it doesn't taste as good. Like I've tried garlic salt before. Does not hit. Honestly, I feel unseasoned eggs is the way to go. Maybe some salt. Maybe, honestly, salt and pepper goes pretty good. I learned from someone to do this. It heats the spoon up, and the butter slides off. Hey, it works! Okay, the smoke is because I had it on for too long, okay? I feel like YouTube's pissing me off. It turned my messages to only top messages instead of showing all messages. YouTube pisses me off, man. They are a bunch of Muppets sometimes for no reason. I don't get it. Lowry or seasoned salt is pretty good. See, I like the salt. For eggs, I just do basic salt, and I like it. For my goulash, I also do basic salt. I should get some garlic for it. I'll probably get some canned garlic or something. Need a spatula. The butter is burning. I'm not going to show you guys the butter's burning. I'm supposed to turn it down. When I make eggs on the stove, I get the light and frost effect. Once that happens, I put the butter on and I turn the stove down so my eggs don't get destroyed. Because my stove it's one of the stoves of all time. You're a Himalayan kind of guy? I think I'm a Celtic salt kind of dude, or Celtic with a C for some reason. I'm a big fan of the Celtic. Is this short style stream? It is. YouTube has a horrible interface when I do horizontal on my phone. It's a whole different experience, and it's 1,000 times worse. For me. Like, chat disappears. Right now, chat sticks around the entire time. I don't know why it's different. The potatoes are done. Alright, this is going to be kind of loud. I think I need more butter. This might stick. Whatever. YouTube, I'm going to throw hands. The pan's way too hot. I have once again messed up. I'm sorry. The stainless steel gods will be upset at me. Yeah, this pan's been preheating for like 18 minutes. It might be salvageable. We'll see. Oh, it's the sticking for sure, dude. User error, I'm sorry. Wait. It's like, I'm kind of recovering it. Even when I mess up, it's not that bad. Because I messed up today. The power of the light and frost effect, my guy. Wait. Sir, we have a problem. Fix it. Fix it. That's why you need like a friggin' metal. Like, folks use a metal spatula in these pans. I don't like it. It doesn't sound that good. It scares me. Next round, down the eggs, Rocky Balboa style. I could probably do it, but it wouldn't taste as good. Plus, drinking my calories just doesn't sound as fun. And that, like, I like drinking my shakes. Those are fun. Drinking eggs sounds terrible. But I have no doubt that my camera work is terrible. I have no doubt that I could make it work. Zombie. They're zombies, they're zombies. An egg slushy could be good. Could's a strong word here. Cood's doing a lot of heavy lifting at the moment. All right, so ideally, don't let the pan heat for this long. And once it gets to the right temperature, put your butter in, put your oil in, whatever you're using, and turn down the heat if you don't want to have your eggs cook way too fast. Which mine, it still worked out, don't get me wrong, but it could have been dangerous. You know what I mean? Okay, that should be good. It's all about confidence, baby. They're done. Not really. You guys like runny eggs, I do not. And the heat made it kind of hard to heat properly. Like because it was so hot, I couldn't get the moisture out the way I want to. Not all the moisture, but most of the moisture. There's like maybe a half a gram of egg left on this freaking pan. I need it. And then now, I gotta one-handed rinse this thing. Well done? Nope. My eggs are still fluffy. I just don't like to have them be like slimy. So some of y'all like slimy eggs. That's weird. I don't like that. That is strange behavior that I can't get down with, I can't support. But you do you. It's like slug eggs, essentially. I'm like in this pan like a dent. Oh. If I had two hands, man, this would be clean already. Which it kind of already is clean. What the heck? I might clean it again, but it's mostly clean. One-handed cleaning a pan is not it. You don't need to have the most pressure in the world to clean this thing, but you want to have some pressure. I don't have any pressure. Duct tape your phone to your forehead. That'd be a painful GoPro. I could maybe buy a mount, because I have a GoPro head thing, a GoPro headband. But I don't know. I tried looking up how to make the GoPro connect to my phone. But then if I do that, I can't have the JDI mic, which I think makes the audio sound better. I can't hear it, but I assume it makes the audio sound better. Someone with common sense, runny egg's nasty. It's gross. To me, a runny egg, you're like maybe one step away from just drinking the egg raw. You may as well. Why waste the time making a runny egg when you can just drink it? I'm making eggs like a respectable human being. A civilized human being. Or connect both to your PC. My PC's in my room. It's like 20 feet away. I might do that though. That might be the play. Like a Bluetooth monitor or something. Oh, I shouldn't clean the spatula yet. My bad. But if I can ever get this to be hands-free, we're in there. I get moist, like biting a piece of steak. Yeah, mine are like that still. They're not hard. It's more like they're still fluffy and stuff, but there's more texture. Ever do omelets? Nah, I really like scrambled eggs. I need a bowl. I got a bowl. Hard-boiled eggs gotta be a little fresh in the yolk. See, I can't say much about that. I haven't had them. So I will let you rock on that. You may have a point. Because hard-boiled eggs, I think that those might be like the soft meta, even though they're hard-boiled. Don't have much to sort of make those plans have weight, but it's the thought that I have currently. The hard-boiled eggs may be the unspoken meta. If you ain't getting your veggies in, you're trolling. Okay, that may look bad. It's fine. Like I said, I may have burnt these earlier. See, look, just scrape off. It's just extra flavor, man. It's extra flavor. Everyone calm down. Looks like death. Smells like death. It's gonna be delicious, okay? Just trust the process, bro. Like, trust the process. You guys are trolling. It's burnt. No, it's charred. It's not even bad. It adds flavor. A burnt flavor, but still flavor nonetheless. Yeah, it's a little burnt. Yeah, it's a little burnt. It's fine. We'll be fine. Fried, poached, and boiled should all have runny yolks. Okay, you didn't say scrambled, so I can understand that. The fact check came back as tentative. Because as long as you don't mention my beloved scrambled with runny yolks, I'll let you rock. Hey, this turned out good. It's all about carrot. Oh, son of a biscuit. Okay, so to do this is very complicated. I'm gonna one-handed this thing. So this is the play. Look, YouTube, just turn the camera. Don't you fall out. Let's go. I'm like a stork when it comes to carbs. Oh! I mean, good enough. That's a mighty meal right there, son. I'm excited. And now, if I wasn't streaming, I'd preheat my pan because I'd eat this food decently fast. I'm gonna see what happens. I'm gonna gauge the dealio. Longer I wait though, the better it is because I have my meat in the fridge drying out. Well, kind of. Not like getting super dry, but there it is. I learned if you do that, it gives you a better sear, which is cool, I think. I had a fork. That broccoli is burnt. The very bottom of that's definitely burnt, but it's fine. The burnt broccoli will make me appreciate the non-burnt broccoli all the more. But man, this is why I like this meal. It just tastes so good. It hits every single mark. You got potatoes, you got eggs, you got potatoes, huevos, broccoli, carrots. Cauliflower isn't a big selling point, but it's there. Oh well. And salsa. I eat this meal every single day. Literally every single day. Carcinogenic broccoli. Oh yeah, don't tell Rick. He'll explain to me how burning broccoli is a type 2 carcinogen. Opinion on Brussels sprouts. They're pretty good, but I feel like they're hit or miss for me. Could be the way I'm cooking them or the way that they're cooked. When you put Brussels sprouts and you bake them with bacon and potatoes, that's freaking good. Big fan. You should try healthy keto. Oh, hell. Dr. Berg I feel like he's a bit of a grifter. And I never use that word, but I think that he's a bit of a grifter. Him and that Paul Saladino guy, they kind of sell you things when they sell you ideas when they have a product to sell you. Which I sell, hey, I promote creatine and protein, but guess what? They're backed by tons of research. Dr. Berg is a bit of a grifter. There's a few folks you can get information from on the internet. I just wouldn't trust him that often, personally. But every clock, even a broken clock, is right twice a day. So he's got some things he's probably correct on. But keto from that? No. I'd pass on that. What do you think about tomatoes? Personally, I hate them unless it's ketchup or something. My brother and my dad do not like tomatoes, but they also love ketchup. It's very strange. I love tomatoes. In fact, salsa, can you see it? Salsa has tomatoes. It doesn't taste tomato-y though. And then my goulash, I use peeled tomatoes. So it's gonna taste, even then, that doesn't taste that tomato-y to me, but then again, I'm the one making it, so who knows? Broccoli has sulforaphane, so it's good for you. Vegetables are good for you, obviously. It sounds like you want to conflate what I say? I was joking, Rick. That was a joke. When I said you'd say that the broccoli has carcinogens, it's a joke. But I recommend you to look up studies on sugar on PubMed, because I think that you might be limiting yourself. Eat the food now? I'm getting my stuff on my plate, son. I heard Brussels sprouts used to be good way back in the day, but the taste changed kind of like with bananas. Maybe. I don't know. Bro, just look at the absolute, okay. Look at the absolute state of this. Potatoes, hash browns, eggs, salsa, coins, and a David bar that I don't like. Explain to me how folks make batter flavored protein bars. It's a freaking mistake, lad. Make me hungry? Amen. If you want to eat, do it. How often do you get laid? How often with a pog? That is one of the questions of all. I've never in my life had a back-to-back question like that. A fat-ass white girl, my guy said. I'm gonna keep the channel Christian, my guy. I'm gonna keep my chastity belt on. Potatoes and hash browns seems odd. Why not one or the other? Why not both? It's like 450 calories from both. Like total. I'm sorry. What can I do as soon as I show up? I don't know. That question came out of left field. Dr. Bird's diet actually works. I tried it, lost 7 kilograms in a few months. It means fasting for 18 hours a day. Then eat kale, rucola salad, fats, and meat. No buying shit from the scam store. You can get meat from the scam store though. If you do a diet that cuts out a lot of carbs, you will lose a ton of water weight because carbs help you store more water. But if you're more mindful with your eating, you'll lose weight on any diet. Like any diet you do, is if you change your habits and you make smarter choices, you will lose weight. And so people do that and they associate their weight loss with this one diet as if it's the end-all be-all thing. Whereas I eat foods I want to eat and I just eat less food overall while still hitting my macros, my micros, my vitamins and whatnot. So you can go about it so many different ways, but I don't see the point in doing fad diets, especially by Dr. Berg. I wouldn't trust Dr. Berg, bro. You lost weight because you just made smarter choices. Less than 5 grams of sugar per day and less than 50 calories of carbs. I eat like 140 carbs, I'm losing weight. And I have probably 30 grams of sugar a day. Maybe 20. I'm losing weight. Like those diets, they just seem so restrictive. It's almost like the spectacle. They give you a spectacle of a diet. Look at all these crazy hoops you have to jump through, guys, to lose weight on our mystical diet. Just make smarter choices. Make good choices, as he says, as I shoveled cheese doodles into my word hole. Amen. My dad, I'm pretty sure, just got rid of a bunch of chips in the house because his freaking, the crux in his armor is chips. That's one thing that he like has never really gone without. And so I've been on like a bit of a health kick for a few months now. And I talked to my mom about it. I'm just like, man, if dad should just try getting better chip alternatives. It's like get chicharrones, get protein chips even. And so all of a sudden he just threw out all the chips in the house. He gave them to a neighbor, which is kind of funny. It's like, hey, these are bad for me. Maybe you'll like them. And apparently he's lost like 10 pounds. Carbs build water, but your brain works better on fats. Carbs are just an energy source. And cutting out carbs is not ideal. Can you hear me freaking swallow? That's strange. I might move the mic. I don't, man. Like I'm not trying to be a mukbanger, but when you hear folks swallow and chew and stuff, you can. Oh, I'm moving that shit. I don't do like that's not for me. I'm sorry. My apologies. I'm not trying to give you guys the esophageal freaking tour. Okay, you can still hear me. God, audio is such a pain. Where did I put this to not show every sound? People want to hear you chew and swallow. Yeah, I'm a pass on that. I think showing like eating food on camera is already kind of strange, but here we are. We're good now, right? Don't worry, I hate mouse sounds as well. Like I watch mukbang content and I don't mind it, but I mind it when I hear every sound their mouth makes. That's when I mind it. So I'm not trying to be that guy. Some folks like it, I don't. Being on ketosis long term can have some super bad side effects, like decreasing bone density. I just don't think it's wise to remove a specific thing, like low fat diets, low carb diets. I don't think they're really wise long term at all. They can be tools for folks who are trying to really manipulate their body structure and body composition for losing weight for a show, for instance. But for a long term diet, I don't see the benefit. Vegan, carnivore diet, keto. For most people, you just have to make smarter choices. More whole food, and the easiest choice here is just more whole foods. More whole foods means more micronutrients. Chances are more fiber, more protein. It's just it's that simple, bro. I'm saying when your body stops wanting carbs, less than 5 grams sugars and 50 grams of carbs a day. For me, it took 7 days after that. I stopped craving shit. My brain worked better. How do you determine whether something is factually correct or not? Studies. But not just one study, multiple studies, because we're seeing recently that just because a study is done, it doesn't mean it's like conclusive evidence of it being the law. Because science has to be repeatable. And some studies aren't that well structured. But another thing is too, who are you getting these articles about sugar from? Getting information from a couple people who know very little about the topic is not good enough because, again, they can just reaffirm your beliefs. The same thing can be said for you. What are you talking about, man? You're saying that sugar is bad for you when so many people aren't saying that. Like the folks that agree with you are the people that hear what you hear. But there's like so many folks that are authority figures on health and wellness that don't say that sugar is bad for you. So what you're saying to me applies to you too. I don't get it. Yo, chair. Hey. What's up, compadre? I see you, man. There's a towel, not chair. Thanks for 7, bro. How you be? Money? Thank you. Personal experience, cutting out all sugar and all fruit that tastes sweet has been tremendously helpful to me. See? Anecdotal experience. It sounds like you're very... Oh, to listen to the background while gaming? Thank you, man. What currencies are? I have no idea. South African money. I had a dude from South Africa a while back that wanted to get Helldivers 2 and he couldn't. I got him that game. And right after that, the game made some really bad updates and they stopped playing. Fun fact. Will someone eat fruit based on the information that I know now? I'm just saying that I can guarantee... Completely did not read the last part. I just did now. But I can guarantee you that fruit is not it's not bad like you think it is. Fruit has micronutrients that are very beneficial to people. Like very. Blackberries, blueberries, raspberries. Berries usually have insanely helpful stuff. Kiwis, I forget what micronutrient it is, but it's one that's kind of hard to get. It could be vitamin K. It's either vitamin K or vitamin E. 3 kiwis a day is seen as like a superfood, essentially. Did they give you an MLA formatted essay on why he deserved to have the game purchased for them? No. There was someone that just said, "I wish I could play the game," and I said, "What's your?" I said, "Where are you from?" And they said South Africa, and I was like, "I'll buy you the game." And they didn't believe me. They were like, "Are you sure I can do like a giveaway for it?" It's like, "I'll just buy it the game. I don't care." It is bad for you. I'm not here to change your mind. I have enough data to tell otherwise. All fructose increases free radicals, regardless of the fiber. I'm gonna die then. Oh well. Vitamin K. That's the one. That was nice of you. Yeah. Sometimes I just. Like, I want folks to enjoy games. The reason why I give the takes I give on games is not because I want to be controversial. I want to improve games. And the best way I can do that is by just saying what I think should happen. So, I want folks to enjoy the games I enjoy. And at the time, Helldivers 2 was really fun, which it's more fun now than it has been in a long time, by the way. And I see this person that can't play it because of regional pricing or what have you. I'll help them out. I'm not going to help everyone because times are tough. I haven't got that sponsorship money yet. Working on it, though. Yo, if fruit's bad for you, somebody tell the monkeys. Because them dudes be chowing down bananas. Okay, we're going to find out a better mic situation. I wonder if the mic being on my head would work. Have you asked Sophia to cook food with arc thrower? No. She'd burn it. I should eat my monthly fruit soon. Your monthly fruit? I think I've always loved fruit. As a kid, I'd eat a lot of it. As I got older, I stopped eating so much fruit. And then recently, I've been eating a lot more fruit. I have like a cup of strawberries a day, a cup. Then I have like 200 grams of blackberries, blueberries, and raspberries with yogurt. It's freaking delicious. But if you want to lose weight, man, I think that fruit is one of the keys to losing weight. You want something sweet? Fruit. Easy. And there's tons of options too. But funnily enough, people always said like an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Apples don't really have that much. They don't have like the wildest micronutrient profile out of fruit in general. I didn't recognize that until recently. Free radical buildup can stem cells decrease as you age as well. Your free radical buildup, cancer, and other diseases increase as you age. This is because glutathione levels decrease. Your thymus shrinks as you age, and you don't have as many killer T cells. And scrolling this is a nightmare. Do you understand any of this? Of course not. So what the F can you tell me about fruit or how it functions at a cellular level? Humble person acknowledges that they don't fully understand. I'm just saying that you're wrong. Like, dog, you're trying to fearmonger fruit. You are just wrong. The return of Ryan. The best thing about an apple is the fiber. Ah, fair enough. People do not get enough fiber. 30 grams, I believe, is recommendation. Which, honestly, is kind of tough to get. It helps if you eat leafy greens. I'm not here to change your mind, says the person trying to change his mind. You've been here for a bit saying the same thing. Hey, the fruit guy, he got a bone to pick. He wants you to know that strawberries are going to kill you, blueberries will assassinate your family, and blackberries they're going to end your generation, your generational health. Yeah, I wish I liked spinach more. I wish I liked leafy greens more, because I don't get enough folate, apparently. But I don't love, like, salads are cool, I just don't like them that much. What about watermelon? Watermelon's pretty good. When it has seeds, not so much. Spinach blends into shakes really well. There's almost no room in my blender, my shake for spinach, unfortunately. If I blended it first, maybe. But I'm topping it up. There's too many strawberries, too much milk, too much everything. It's almost overflowing. Thoughts on soups? They're good. If I'm gonna eat soup, I want it to be high protein. Keep yourself sedated with sugar. It's just sugar fruit mongering. I recommend going on a PubMD and type in sugar or type in fructose. I'm not sure how to search that well on that site yet. Maybe like fructose cancer, fructose free radicals, sugar free radicals. Because I'm not sure where you're getting research from, but I don't trust it. How is your opinion on diet better than anyone else's? Someone's saying that sugar is the devil, essentially. That fruit is bad for you. My opinion is better than theirs because they're saying nonsense. If you're recommending a very niche diet, and me saying that a more balanced approach makes more sense, I would say my opinion is better than yours as well. You can do what you want to do. But I think that recommending folks a freaking... You're basically recommending people a cheat code diet. Not cheat code in the sense it's like an easy thing. It's more like a cheat code AB square AB, a secret, like random method to lose weight when it's not that complicated. You have zero clue on how to read and interpret data from the PubMD. I guarantee you just look at the conclusion if you even bother looking at it. I can read some stuff. But I guarantee that folks that are way smarter than you, there's folks that are way smarter than you that say that sugar is not, it's not what you say it is. And to eat fruit too. So, sorry man. Like I'm saying that there's folks that know more than you that are saying that sugar is not what you're saying it is, and that fruit is also not what you're saying it is. So I'm saying that you're kind of not as smart as you think you are. Like, I'm not smarter than you, but you're being really dumb on this topic. Try kale. I think I've had kale a long time ago. Like I said, I need like a bigger shake. It's the dough dude from Fortnite. There's no way you watched the Fortnite content. That was so long ago. What's up, Vishal? Read somewhere not to eat more than 12 grams of sugar a day. Well, see, my thing is, there's always been people talking about things, they always like to make up random restrictions. Some make sense, don't get me wrong. Long time ago, people thought you couldn't have more than 20 grams of protein, or 30 grams of protein max per meal. If you ate more than 30 grams of protein, you wouldn't absorb it, it wouldn't count. Oh, holy shit. Hello, guys. My bad. No, a long time ago, people thought you couldn't absorb more than 30 grams of protein in a meal. If you ate more than 30 grams of protein, your body wouldn't absorb it. That doesn't make any damn sense. So I think that the 12 grams of sugar thing is kind of in the same, it's in the same sense. It's in the same realm. But I consume, what is this? Why is it in Spanish? Where's sugar at? I consume at least this right here, a single serving of these blueberries, these blackberry blueberries and raspberries, 11 grams of sugar. I have more than a serving of this, so more than 12 grams in a single serving of fruit. I'm perfectly fine. Healthiest I've ever been by a mile. And then I also have a whole cup of strawberries, which is more sugar still. There's folks that consume way too much sugar. They're consuming like 100 grams of sugar in a single drink and a single dessert. I don't recommend that. That is ridiculous. That's where things get crazy. But I wouldn't worry about sugar intake when it comes to fruit. I just wouldn't do it. The data is there. You chose to believe in data that confirms your beliefs. No, I just choose to believe people that are smarter than you. You are not as smart as you think you are. I listen to folks that can actually understand the data. They can explain it far better than you can. And they are not the folks that are trying to fearmonger sugar and fruit. Something as basic as fruit. That is some goofball energy. If you don't like sugar, that's fine, I guess. If you don't like fruit, that's weird, but you do you. I'm just saying there's folks that are way smarter than you that vastly disagree with what you're saying. So I trust them more than I trust you. Sorry. A diet soda fiend? I am too. It's bad. All of a sudden, I've been drinking so much diet soda. 7-Up is my favorite so far. And I think it helps. There's a study that went over and it showed that people that drink water and diet soda, like the folks that, a study between folks that drink water and folks who drink diet soda, the folks who drink diet soda lost more weight. The idea is it sort of like satiates the cravings you have for sugary drinks by drinking a sugary drink that has, or a sugary tasting drink that has no calories. But when things say 0 calories, they can actually have around 5 calories because companies can round down. So we'll say it has less than 5 calories. No, but even still, you can eat a ton of fruit and you will still be fine. There's folks that eat like a pound of fruit a day. Some people do it every day. Other folks do it every now and again, or maybe like half a pound. The upper limits of what you can eat in certain aspects is greater than folks assume. How and why? Vegans. Vegans eat a lot of stuff, bro. They eat like a lot of vegetables, a lot of fruit. I guarantee you there's some folks that eat like a whole watermelon in one sitting. I would recommend it, but they do. Never so smarter than everyone. Why are you changing the goalposts? Well, you're saying that I think I'm smarter than you, and I'm saying that I think that there's folks that are way smarter than you that tell me that they say the things that I believe. They say things that make more sense than what you're saying. It's sad you're this deluded in your worldview. On fruits and sugar? Oh my God, bro. You're crazy. I'm not trying to change your worldview, but why don't you agree with my worldview? You're deluded, though. Listen to me on fruits and sugars. They're the worst. What I miss? Rick is mad. I don't know why. I mean, I know why, but come on, man. Claim the body doesn't know what to do with fructose. Your claims about what the body doesn't know your body... Fuck, can't read. Your claims that the body doesn't know what to do with fructose were easy to disprove via a simple internet search. What are you on about? That's what I'm saying. I can't use Google right now. If I could, I'd eviscerate you, bro. I'd eviscerate you with Google because I actually don't... Like, I'm not that well versed in it. I just know that fruit's good for you. To say it's not is crazy. What next? Carbs are so bad for you, man. Carbs are the devil, brother. You don't want carbs. It's time to cut carbs. And then, you can't get too much protein. Too much protein's bad for you guys. Don't do it. And then, too much fat, man. You guys have way too much fat. It's just, it never ends, man. It never ends. It's far more simple than people want to imagine. Now, dude, I think carbs are really important. I use carbs for pre-workout snacks to make sure I have enough fuel for my workout. Before, I wasn't eating enough food. I didn't know what I didn't know what my caloric maintenance was. Apparently it's like around 3,000 calories, which is really high, but whatever. because I'm a decently active person, and I was eating a lot less food than I should be, and I was cutting my carbs to like maybe 70 grams of carbs a day. I felt like a zombie. Increased the carbs, and now I feel a lot better. Creatine with a K is Russian creatine. Are we promoting Russian creatine, guys? The 4 food groups was developed by the dairy industry, not health professionals. Yeah, a lot of studies, a lot of the things that people know or they think to be true were funded by massive corporations to try and trick you. Like people that tried to say that butter is not healthy for you, that was, as far as I know, funded by the folks that make Crisco. They wanted people to use Crisco instead. Turns out the butter is not gonna kill you. Your entire stream you spent on defending fruit. You have spent zero time on NCHI. I bet you majored in liberal arts if you even went to college. No clue about metabolomics. That's a new word for me. Metabolomics or biochemistry. Why liberal arts? I went to, your name is Rick Sanchez? There's no way your name is actually Rick Sanchez. That's gotta be a meme. No, I went to college for computer science, and I didn't like that. And then I went to college for business management. Do I look like a liberal artist to you? The guy who's always preaching about working out and whatnot? Not that like being a liberal arts major makes you a certain person or nothing, but that's wild, bro. I'm definitely not a liberal arts major. Definitely not the stereotypical liberal arts major either. I'm 27. Question, answer. 6-month dental checkups was developed by Crest to sell toothbrushes. That makes sense because you always get a Crest toothbrush and Crest toothpaste when you go to the dentist. Okay, this is actually Sensodyne, which Sensodyne could be by Crest as well. I love corporate propaganda. Question, I like old cars. Do I like old cars? They're pretty cool. How's Doe doing? No, the better question is how is everyone doing? And Jasper, we're all doing good. Rick's a little off his rocker. Rick has lost his mind. Identify as a 1969 Charger with a titanium and carbon fiber reinforced frame with an 8,000 HP horsepower drag boat blower engine, 80 pounds of nitrous, M1 Browning on the roof, and 8 balls of Jack Daniels. So nice to meet you, 1969 Charger. If your STEM degree has you convinced that fruit in totality is bad for you, I'm questioning the thoroughness and validity of your education. Welcome to college. I don't think college is a scam, but I just know that when I went to college I went to a community college, my professor that taught me, that was supposed to teach me computer science was homeless, which I wouldn't have a problem with, but it affected his ability to teach. At the end of the semester, he told the whole class that he's homeless, he's been living out of his car, and he told us that he's been teaching the entire class wrong. I spent, 3 months not learning how to code because he didn't know how to teach. I think my beef with school is it's a lottery almost. You can teach everything yourself, but if you're doing that, just don't go to college in the first place. Just do YouTube and whatnot. Look up the videos yourself. But you're essentially banking on your teacher knowing what they're doing, and not every teacher does. He taught you wrong as a joke? Yeah, it's like, and he said that we have to redo the semester. Dog, we can't redo the semester. That time is gone. What do you mean, redo the semester? But what's wild is this person had crazy accolades. He was a very smart person when it came to coding, but he couldn't transfer that knowledge to me. That whole class was a whole disaster. My beef with Dauntless? What you mean? I don't have beef with games. Okay, that's a lie. I have beef with Space Marine 2. That game is a joke. But I have no beef with Dauntless. Every entry-level CS job doesn't care about a degree. They just want a GED and 2 years experience. Yeah, it's true. I think what I learned though is I didn't like computer science, and from that experience, and then when I went to actual university, I learned I didn't like computer science. So I switched to a business degree, and then after that, after switching to business degree, my YouTube channel popped off, and I was like, hey mom, hey dad, I'm gonna drop out of college because this makes more sense. I got my associates. Got that TCU energy. What is TCU? Now I went to UTSA. I went to Northwest Vista for community college, and I went to UTSA for the actual college. I assume Space Marine 2 is good, but only if you're knee-deep into Warhammer stuff. But that shouldn't be a prerequisite. You shouldn't be required to love a franchise to enjoy the game. At that point, you're just being indoctrinated. Texas Christian University. No. Fructose is from fruit sucrose is refined sugar. I like fruit. I like it a lot. My veggies are so cold, it's crazy. Okay, so now, grab the mic. Here's the play. I need to get this goulash going, which I'm making it super late, dude. I'm gonna hold the mic like this. This pan, I didn't clean that well. Oh well. I have counter space blocking my screen. We grabbed this pan that I probably should try and clean. I have some cleaner for it, but I don't know if I'm gonna use it or not. This thing has seen better days. Oh well. I bought this stuff to clean it with. This is Barkeeper's Friend. I'm gonna see what that does some other time. I'm gonna turn the stove on dual heat to medium. And while that heats up, I'm gonna finish my vegetables. We had a song for all different types of sugar. How'd it go? Do you remember that song? When I was in Boy Scouts, I'm a Man Scout by the way. When I was in Boy Scouts, we had a motto. It's like the Scouts motto. There's like two things: Scout motto and Scout slogan. One of them went, "A Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, brave, clean, thrifty, brave, and reverent." But it's a lot more words than that, and I always forget. I always forget how many words there are. A Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, brave, clean. No, it's like 14 words, and it was such a struggle to remember it, and I still don't know it. I'm not sure how I passed that. It's a test you had to pass. You had to recite all the things that you are as a Scout, otherwise you couldn't get your next badge. Way back when. I forgot though. I'm not sure I passed it in the first place. Refined sugar is actually just sucrose and glucose. You can even make it in the lab this way. Breaks back down to those sugars once metabolized, unless it's metabolized into fats. I like fruit. Thoughts on Jeff Nippard? He's really good. He's a very intelligent dude. I think that if you're new to lifting, you should probably watch Jeff Nippard. When I first did lifting, when I first learned about health and whatnot, I watched Matt Ogus, I watched Chris Lovato, and those are like the main two dudes. But they were more so for learning how to lift properly, like proper form and whatnot. Recently, I watched a bunch of TNF and like a bunch of random scientist people on TikTok that I forget their names. But I get a lot of my information from folks that are established in the space, and they either post TikToks, and I used to watch a bunch of YouTube videos, but nowadays I'm a TikTok enthusiast. Used to use that song all the time as a cheat sheet for when I had to use positive adjectives about myself. Wow. Glucose is the fuel for the cells, correct. I didn't do that well in biology, okay? Or chemistry. I know that mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. I know that much. The mic's picking up my chewing. Not cool, bro. How do you, if you guys ever go on like a long road trip, like what's the furthest you've ever drawn? What's the furthest you've ever driven on a road trip? And were you ever tired behind the wheel? And if you were, how did you get awake? Because for some reason, my body thinks it's okay to fall asleep while driving sometimes, which didn't happen on the road trip while I was driving. But it's almost impossible to stay awake. I pulled off the side of the road and slept. That's one thing that I thought was going to maybe have to happen yesterday on the road trip back. Turn the radio up and roll the windows down. The first time YouTube has suggested I watch someone's live who isn't a... nothing against those words, but I'm not sure I can say those words. I might get in trouble. There's no way you're getting recommended meth heads, though. Come on. Don't become a truck driver, though. I would never want to be. I kind of respect... I have like a newfound respect for truck drivers. They are legitimately the backbone of America. You know what's insane? If you drive at night... So we left the house at midnight last night. Midnight on Friday night. We left the house midnight Friday night. And it's insane to me how many truck drivers there are at night. Because there's like different distinctions on who does what. Like in the day, you have the folks that are driving to HEB and whatnot. But at night, it seems like you have the folks who are driving to distribution centers to drop off the supplies in the first place. Like I think they call them line haulers or something like that. But there was more trucks, semi-trucks on the road than actual regular vehicles at around midnight. Up until probably around 6 or 7 a.m. Second thing, Oklahoma has the most garbage roads I've ever driven on in my entire life. It's bad. And we had, I'm not going to say that Oklahoma drivers are bad, but there was a driver in Oklahoma. I need like cars to show you, I need cars to showcase what I saw. You have a 5-lane road, 2 going one direction, 2 going the other direction, and the middle road to turn left or right. This lady is driving this way on the road. She goes to try and pull a U-turn in a small vehicle. She goes this way, cuts across traffic, goes straight, parks the vehicle as folks are approaching her. If we're going any faster, it wouldn't be us, but someone's going to freaking get into an accident with this person. But this person, I need to like showcase what it looks like, man. I should have videotaped it, but I didn't think about it. I live in Texas, but I drove to Oklahoma last night. Can I get a shout out for my buddy, Paul? I'm sorry. Hopefully you achieved things in life, because this ain't it, dog. This is not it. The definition of you can't think for yourself. That's sad. Wow, that's a really funny copy pasta, guys. I'm going to go ahead and post it in a stream. I hope you're not an adult. If you are, that's unfortunate. Overnight? Yeah. We drove 8 hours there. We were there for like maybe 2 hours and we left. That's so spicy. Tulsa's way better than Oklahoma. I was in Tulsa. Now, granted, I was driving through like a bunch of small towns. See, Paul is a YouTube Shorts enthusiast. He's the kind of person that wants to send every single YouTube short he sees to his friends whenever the shorts actually aren't that funny. Get well soon, Paul. I'm rooting for you, bro. A good sending feature on here. What does that even mean? But yeah, we left the house at midnight last night. We drove for roughly 8 hours. I had to stop for gas every now and again. And then we get there. wait for the guy who's selling the vehicle, because we go to Oklahoma so my brother can buy a car. And when that goes down, takes a while. It takes like 3 hours to have that whole ordeal go down. Then we go to Big Biscuit for some biscuits. I get pancakes. Don't get pancakes at Big Biscuit. If it was Big Pancake, get pancakes. If it's Big Biscuit, you get biscuits. The pancakes were freaking, they were huge, but they're like too cakey. Wasn't for me. What code language were you taught? I was taught C++. Well, taught C++, and then there was C++ and then C, just regular C, I think. What car drove you there? We drove a truck. We had a truck and a trailer. And driving a truck with a trailer that's supposed to fit a vehicle is very kind of like scary. Because it's so wide, you only have maybe half a foot on each side of a lane. Driving a car would be way easier. No MATLAB? What's that? You hate driving in Texas? Too many cars in traffic? Dallas sucked. Honestly, San Antonio, Dallas, a lot of big cities in Texas are just ridiculous. The second rush hour hits, not a fan. What is studio.h? I don't know. I can't remember much of anything from coding because I cheated on like everything. How's your car doing? My car is fine. I should probably change my oil though. Haven't done that quite yet. Tell me about creatine. Never tried it, but I've heard it just stores water in your muscles. Serious question. So creatine with a C, creatine, or like the one that you're supposed to get is called creatine, micronized creatine monohydrate. That's the one that is recommended to get. There's other forms, but that's the one that has the most research, and it's usually the cheapest to get. Helps you store water intramuscularly or intracellularly, so that will give you more energy to build more muscle and more energy for your muscles in general. It's also potentially got health benefits that are cognitive, your brain health, helping prevent certain brain diseases and issues of that nature. And they've done studies after study. I don't know the exact number of studies, but it's a lot. And the more studies they do, the better creatine turns out to be, which is good. It's also a very cheap supplement. If you get it from Ecovision using code OhDough, I get no commission though. It just makes me look good. It makes you look better on paper. It's like $27 for 200 servings of unflavored. That's a really good price. You take 5 grams a day. If you're a bigger individual, you might want to go a bit more than 5 grams a day. I do 10 personally, but 5 is the recommended, so just do 5 if you're not sure. But I think it's something that most folks should try because I like it a lot and I use it every single day. Oh, we did not have MATLAB, no. Wish I had research for cigarettes back in the day. Claim that shit's healthy is bonkers. Well, back in the day, it was all about who you could pay. Like, who could you pay off to help you sell your product? Which these days, it's not too far off because there's lobbyists and whatnot. Back then, there was also lobbyists. Lobbyists should just be not a thing. Goulash Fun, thanks for the stream. Yo, Rock Paladin, dope name. And thanks to the 5, brother. Yeah, it's today as well. Today is not as bad though. Because today we have social media, so you can actually spread information, sometimes misinformation, but you can spread information a lot easier. There's not just relying on news to spread information, which the news, you know, they're very trustworthy, guys. I recommend creatine. So I do have a sponsor. I have an affiliate code with Ecovision. I'm not sponsored yet. They haven't paid me any money to like say anything like, oh, it's amazing. But I get 0 commission for creatine. I recommend it heavily. I've taken creatine for the past 10 something years, maybe even 12 at this point. My brother takes creatine and he stopped taking it and realized like he actually felt a little bit worse when he stopped taking it. He liked the benefits of creatine. when it comes to supplementation, there's some that are really good for you, and folks talk about creatine being the one that's really good for you. Is my phone breaking? Hello? My phone froze. They chose a pretty good frame though. Hey, we're back. So, supplementation. Creatine is really high on the list for things that you should definitely look into. Protein is a convenience thing. Protein powder, I like it, and it's like a sweet treat in a sense. Magnesium, a lot of folks don't get enough magnesium in their day. You can get magnesium L-threonate, which is really expensive. Magnesium glycinate, which is taken at night to help you sleep. Then there's vitamin D3 and K2. They say to take vitamin D3 with K2 to help your body actually absorb it. I don't know exactly. But some folks are recommended vitamin D3 because in certain areas, you don't get enough sunlight. In the UK, for instance, during the fall, apparently, they recommend their citizens take vitamin D3 because they don't get enough sunlight. So it's good to look into certain supplements. Just be aware that others aren't good. Or others are just snake oil. Sea moss, snake oil. Nitric oxide, pretty much just snake oil. So supplementation, it's very beneficial if you're taking the right stuff. And even then, it's important to look into the brands that sell you supplementation because they're not regulated like they should be. They don't have to give you exactly what they say. They don't have to give you exactly what they say they're going to give you. Hide user from channel. I don't that's just bro. That is attention seeking to a level that's just boring. That's crazy. It's not even funny to read either. Just lame. How do you take creatine again? So, I would personally buy a healer mix. Not sponsored at all. This is a healer mix. There's no ball. It's just the shape of the bottle helps you blend stuff. There's no ball needed. Super easy to clean. It's like a blender bottle, but there's no ball. Son of a biscuit. Okay. Howdy, how you doing? This is a healer mix. There's no ball needed at all. So you don't need to do this, but I like it. I take that, I put 5 grams of creatine, which if you get it from Ecovision, they give you a scoop. Not every company gives you a scoop, so you have to measure it yourself. Kind of whack. 1 scoop is 5 grams. I do 1 scoop of unflavored creatine. You want to mix unflavored creatine with something that has flavor. Otherwise, it's not going to taste very good. I do electrolytes. I take these in the morning because folks recommend you take electrolytes in the morning if you're an active person because you lose a lot of water while you rest and whatnot. Just helps with overall hydration. So you can mix it with things. I'm not sure if you mix it with, I wouldn't mix creatine with bubbly beverages. I don't know if you can, but mix it with tea, mix it with milk, mix it with anything that has flavor. Probably avoid carbonation though. You can do protein shakes. I don't do protein shakes. I used to. Because protein shakes, they tend to be sort of well, it depends on which one you make. The one I make, it's like ice cream kind of, and so it'll stick to the sides of the cup, and the creatine will get stuck in the sides of the cup and not be easy to sort of drink. No, creatine, if you do unflavored creatine, it doesn't taste like anything. And you don't really, I don't really notice the texture being bad either. I don't mind it. But you could do, I'm pretty sure you could do creatine and chocolate milk, and it wouldn't taste bad at all if it's unflavored. And unflavored creatine is cheaper by a lot. So there's that. Okay, folks. I think I'm going to go ahead and start the goulash. I'm still eating the vegetables, but whatever. This pan is from Maiden. I bought it myself. Okay, this is almost too hot. This is almost too hot. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. Light and frost effect, baby. We got it. Yeah, that was my first pan. That's my first stainless steel pan. First stainless steel pan, and it's not. I didn't do a good job keeping it clean. This should be decent. I want to put it like a different spot so it doesn't catch me breathing too much. There's settings for this mic I should probably look into. Do you support the troops? Yeah. I like living in the land of the free. I'm a big fan. I'm not one of those folks that doesn't like America even though I live in America. It'd be kind of weird. I also live in Texas, so it'd be even weirder. I'm a Navy SEAL sniper. I don't believe that. Like, just the way you phrase that's kind of strange. Do you support the troops? Oh, you do? I'm a army dude or something. Praise me. A little interesting. How old's the pan? That pan's not very old. I messed it up. When I first made a meal in this pan, I put oil in it, and I didn't know how to do light and frost effect, so it burnt the oil bad. I'm going to try cleaning this pan, maybe on this stream, maybe not. We'll see what happens. You said in a stream that you haven't visited the gym for a while? No, I'm in the gym now. In a different stream, I haven't been to the gym in like 7 years, but now I've been in the gym for like a month. I do push, pull, legs, off, push, pull, legs. That's my split. I like it a lot. And I go basically every single time I'm supposed to go to the gym. I don't miss. Unless I have to, but I've only missed like once in the past month. And I really enjoy it. Working out's really fun. Big fan. How was the trip? Oh, me or the guy who went to Afghanistan? The Navy SEAL sniper. Support the troops, guys. Hoomst. Missing a day won't hurt, but as long as you don't feel bad, as long as you're not like overly sore, you don't feel as if you're gonna like have if you don't have like there's soreness and then there's sort of feeling off, like your shoulder feels off, your like hamstring, your knee, like as long as you don't feel off or sore, go to the gym. You'll feel good. And just be smart about your exercises. Be smart about what you're in there for. Don't overdo it. Push yourself though, because like today I pushed myself. I went to like 1 reps in reserve. I'm a Navy turtle. I'm a Navy enjoyer. I like blue. Not navy blue though, but blue. Okay, folks, time to get butter and clog my arteries. That's like maybe 30 calories, so don't freak out. You rest it in the pan and it slides out. A bit longer. Trust the process. The pan's too hot. The pan's too hot. Abort. So chat, how's it going? I keep preheating these pans way too long. It's the stream's fault. It's the stream's fault. I don't accept any blame. It's not me. It's not my fault. I just work here. Who took my spatula? I found it. Burning butter stream? I know. I'm setting the pans and I forget. Oh, this butter's burnt. It's fine. It's fine, guys. Last time it was way worse. This time it'll be a bit better. We made goulash on stream once before and it did not, it actually came out pretty good. I didn't show you guys the end product because it takes 8-10 hours to cook properly. But it turned out really good. Sources, me. I'm the source. It's all about confidence, baby. Confidence, baby. This looks crazy on the camera. In real life, it's not that colorful. And let me just... Boom. Make sure you don't fall off the spatula. Okay. Just walk away. Didn't have grub like that overseas. Man, it must have been hard. What kind of food you have on your tour, Matt? Massive burger patties. So, oh, I was supposed to do something different. This time, I was supposed to smash the patties down into a thin layer. I'll do it next time. My bad, I forgot. But I'm gonna cook those in a weird way. You'll see. Hello from Ireland, just passing through. You get questions I can answer best I can. Spread knowledge. Ryan, is fruit good for you or is it bad for you? Answer the question. I'll wait. Let's see food. Does he have a STEM degree? I don't know. It'll kill you if you smell fruit. Okay, is sugar good for you or bad for you, Ryan? What about that? Can you hear the sizzling from here? That's crazy. It's 1,000% bad for you. Okay, somebody check Ryan's account. I think it's actually Ricky. Ricky Sanchez has invaded Ryan's account. Over. At least an onion or something to the goulash this time. I don't have any onions. I should have bought garlic. I didn't think about it though. I don't have anything, dude. We don't have any of that stuff in this pantry. There's some soy sauce. We got some expired peanut butter. We got some noodles back whenever I was a freaking pasta fiend. I haven't had these in a long time. Protein plus. Could add some brown sugar, maybe. I bought a bunch of rice and I stopped eating rice. Because I'm trying to not have too many carbs for weight reasons. I actually need one of these. And my tomato stash, you like that? Yeah, buddy. This is my credentials for protein stuff. Quest chips, big fan. You know what's funny though? All these ryes, I still have one container of ryes that has stuff in it, and I tried it recently. I don't like it as much as I used to. Or maybe I did. Maybe I never liked it that much, but it's just all I ever really had. Because now that I have brownie batter from Ecovision, hashtag not sponsored by Do affiliate codes, their brownie batter with my chocolate, their brownie batter in my strawberry shake tastes way better than the Rise peanut butter cup does in the chocolate shake, in the shake I make. Just goes to show you, sometimes you get way too complacent with certain things. Does protein powder have a long shelf life? At least a year. Let me go ahead and see. I don't know if Echo gives you a shelf life for theirs. I think that Rise does. Yep. Expiration date is 02/2025. I got this like a long time ago. I'm pretty sure. I think protein lasts at least 2 years. Oh shit. Post Skibidi workout and kek prepping. What in the hell, boy? I will maybe ask the gym owner if I can like record myself while working out. Using creatine at the time, so how would you explain that? You look pretty buff at the moment, like a few months ago. I use creatine. I've tried to take creatine consistently for the past 10 years. Recently, I've been very consistent. I'm talking every single day. I take 10 grams. For the longest time, I took 5 grams, but I wasn't that consistent because I just didn't make it a habit. These days, when I wake up, I have electrolytes with creatine every day. But even when I wasn't working out, I took creatine. I don't know why, I just did. But I wasn't that consistent though. So there's that. Me looking buffer or whatever, because I was buff when I was younger, I have retained the muscle mass. I've retained the ability to rebuild the muscle I once had, which makes it easier now to get back to where I was. Do you dry scoop creatine? No, dry scooping creatine pre-workout is stupid as hell. Honestly, like if doing that's dumb. It A, doesn't help you absorb it that well in the first place. B, I think it has something to do with your lungs. Could be wrong on that, but I don't think it's wise. This is called muscle memory. Maybe. Care to share how you did the goulash dish became? Care to share how did the goulash dish become your meal? The goulash dish became my meal because I used to eat a bunch of spaghetti. I'd make pasta every single day, essentially. And I was like, I want to do some meal prep stuff. And I kind of don't want to have pasta that much anymore. So I've always liked stew. Taco soup, I've always liked green chili stew. My mom makes those and I love them a lot. So I figured, why not try to make my own stew of sorts? I like ground beef. So I figured, why not cook the ground beef like I've been taught to on the stove, which I do it differently now. And then like make a base for it. I don't know why I use beef bone broth, but I use beef bone broth and I use peeled tomatoes. That part, I don't know why I do that. Thoughts on intermittent fasting? Do it if you want. I think it makes sense. If you fast, you're just spending less time eating. You're not. Fasting means you're going longer periods of time without eating. A lot of folks will go to bed the previous day, wake up, and they won't eat until, let's say, like noon. So that just limits the window in which you can eat food. For me, it doesn't do a whole lot. Because if I want to, I can eat all my calories for the day in one meal, in one sitting. And for me, I like to wake up and have protein. I wake up and I have a protein snack, and I also go to the gym in the morning, so I want to have pre-workout carbs. So I eat like rice cakes and a kiwi or two. Wait, freebasing my creatine's bad? Yeah, dude. People, I don't understand how anyone, like realistically, like the folks that take pre-workout, dry scooping that's just that's for clicks. There's no way that folks enjoy that in the first place. What's your gym history? Asking from a slim guy with experience just lifting scrap for real in his young days. Before I lifted, I was a very skinny guy. I was an anorexic kid growing up for a bit, until I was about like maybe 14. Around 14, 15, I was like, I should probably eat more food. So I did. A lot more food. And I started lifting at the house with dumbbells at 15. I got a gym membership at 16. Learned more about the gym through YouTube by watching Matt Ogus and Chris Lovato back in the day. Got a job at the gym too, so I was at the gym like all the time, lifting. Wasn't very intelligent with my lifting, but I was intelligent enough. Like, it was not as good as it could be, but it was good enough. I did that for about 3 years, being rather consistent with lifting. Then I quit the gym, moved out to my brother's house, and there wasn't like any good gyms around here I wanted to go to, because I don't want to go to a freaking Gold's Gym. It's just too crowded for my liking. And it's also kind of far away. So I haven't been to a gym in like 7 years. Until last month I started. Teach about the gym. Find one that looks good, go. There, you've learned. The gym is awesome. If you can afford a gym membership and you genuinely want to sort of improve your quality of life, you should go to the gym. Because building muscle mass, which if you're a chick, you won't become a freaking mass monster. If you're a dude, you won't become a mass monster. You'll just you get more defined, if anything. But building muscle is insanely beneficial to your overall health outcomes in life. And lifting weights will make you feel good. Intermittent fasting means your body can start repairing your body. After 18 to 20 hours, the body starts recycling bad cells. I just know that intermittent fasting means you don't eat for a longer period of time. Usually upon waking up, you go long without eating food. Aha! When you can move the patty without much force, you can flip the patty. This is kind of stuck still. All right. That's almost burnt. It's not burnt, that's flavor, okay? No one say it's burnt, it's flavor. Calm down. This one's still stuck. Never seen anyone in my personal life stick with intermittent fasting. I was doing it for a bit, and then I read somewhere that it's wise to wake up and have protein if you're trying to build muscle. Because it helps you continue protein synthesis. So I'm like, hey, don't tell me twice. So now I wake up and I have either Quest chips, I have a protein bar, which I had some Quest cookies and cream hero bars. Those are a problem. Those are good. They're 18 grams of protein though. Quest chips are like 20. So, eh. Or I have EAAs, which do not taste very good. But they're like the essential amino acids. Thumbnail is peak. Thank you. I tried very hard on that thumbnail. Oh, time to flip. All right, y'all, there's a lot of flavor in those. A lot of flavor. Okay, while we wait, let's go ahead and get this going. What do you think of those protein shakes? What shakes? You mean like the ready-made ones? Like if you want to get like a ready-made protein shake, I think Fairlife. I like their milk, so I assume their shakes are good. I'll probably buy some and review them sometime. But Fairlife Core Power protein shakes are apparently really good. They taste like melted ice cream. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some of those and review. Da, da, da. All right. Now it's time to prep the crock pot. See that? Gotta add these. Which like the organic one gives me a lid. Some snacks have a lot of sugars. Some do, yeah. The ones I'm talking about, they don't. They have like 1 gram of sugar in them. But it'd be wise to read labels in general. These look like kind of strange. Like if you know what a tomato looks like and you see that, it's just weird. Is this 1 meal? No, it's gonna be 4 meals. Oh, okay, so I have time. I got Tupperware. These are actually kind of small. I'm a little bummed right now. Man, I was hoping for a bigger one. I need like half a cup. That actually might be half a cup, but I need bigger than that. It should work though. It'll work for like my current thing, but in the future, I want to get bigger Tupperware. Always yank and grab. Wait, yank the grabby thing when trying to open the cans with my hand. That's the trick. That's the trick right there. Yeah. If you have a can that you have to use a can opener on, Pampered Chef. This thing is godlike. You put it on flat and you twist. Money, dude. Da, 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 da. All right, listen. I can't show you what I'm doing. I don't have a tripod. I might buy one though. I might buy a better one. If you get a giant can, get you a silicone spatula. And it makes it super easy to get more from whatever you're trying to scoop out of by scraping the sides with the can. I just cut the spatula. Man, I hope not. Okay, we're back. You watch Stale Cracker? On TikTok every now and again, yeah. Not like religiously, but I've seen his stuff. He's funny. Get you a cracker, dude. While we wait, we hydrate. It's like my favorite saying from him. Would you say it's goated? It's a goated can opener? Oh, that can opener is the bee's knees. It's goated with the wheenies, my guy. Is your goulash a traditional Hungarian recipe? No, it's just my own. Oh yeah, that's money, dude. Yeah, that's a good one too. I like it a lot. And now we chop. Son of a biscuit, YouTube. Lock in. Gotta chop these up so they're not so rambunctious in the crock pot. I'm gonna do that. Rinse in and out with water in the crock pot. What? Oh, to clean it? Or what you mean? Not enough paprika for it to be Hungarian. I don't know how much I like paprika. I do know that I do not like cilantro. It tastes like soap. I have the gene, apparently. Don't call it goulash by adding Hungarian recipes. It's a goulash. So his goulash isn't really goulash. Oh my God. I'm out here culturally appropriate. I'm culturally appropriating goulash. I'm sorry. I think when I Google goulash, it just says meat stew. It's the tomato kind. It be what it be. Okay, I can understand why folks that do cooking streams and cooking videos, they have tripods. Because having to hold your phone and do this stuff at the same time is kind of ridiculous. I think this pan is not good. It's not bad, but it's not ideal. Also way too hot. Again. Pan's way too hot. It's a stove though, I think. It's not like a low setting, but it doesn't matter. So for this goulash, I'd recommend adding more of your own seasonings. Because I don't really like, I like seasoned food, don't get me wrong, but I'm also lazy. I think the trick is to definitely brown your meat on the stove and then put it in the crock pot though. It adds so much to the flavor. All right, this is the most botched looking version of this ever. That's not burnt, that's flavor. Trust me. What crock pot do you use? It's not a very good, it's not like a crazy crock pot. I think it's like a, it just says crock pot. I'm not sure what brand it is. It's not like a good crock pot though. It only has 3 legs, so it kind of wobbles. Need to add grinded cumin and paprika plus more. No, you do not. Google goulash. Google the definition of goulash. I'm pretty sure it's just meat stew. My first attempt, I think I will follow the traditional Hungarian recipe for my first try to honor the culture and cuisine and adjust it according to my needs. You do whatever your heart desires. I'm lazy, so I just do ground beef, tomatoes, beef bone broth. I do want to add more stuff to it though. I want to add garlic. I've had onions in it before and it wasn't bad. I used to add bell peppers every time, but now I just don't. Because bell peppers, they tend to not cook the way I want them to. They're hard to get right in the crock pot. I might do carrots sometime. I still have vegetables, by the way. It's obviously the crock pot brand. Is that even a thing? Not variant, but a similar type of dish to goulash. Making burger sticks. So what I'm doing is I'm basically browning the ground beef on a ton of different sides. Realistically, I think next time, I was supposed to do it this time, I want to flatten out the ground beef to like a very thin layer, but like it's a big thin layer. And I cook it on one side so it's easier to cook through and then flip it. Not like a smash burger though, it can't be that thin. If it's that thin, it won't be as good in a goulash. But getting the square meat like I cook it on each side, top, bottom, chop it up, inside, 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 and flip that. Don't call it a goulash. Google goulash, Phil. I'm pretty sure that goulash is just beef stew. It's like a meat stew. But regardless, I'm gonna keep calling it goulash because I don't give a fuck. Like the amount of care I have is that much. Yo, high and tight over goulash? That's what I'm saying. But no one's Googled it though. OhDough branded apron win, eventually. Phil's point is it's the spices that said I can make a goulash. My point is Google the word. Because I looked at it before and I'm almost positive that goulash is just meat stew. Because I'm not here to argue technicalities. Like, that's just a waste of my time. Waste of everyone's time. Okay, but look. You brine it on this side, flip it. Like, see how we're just getting more and more flavor? Camera work is questionable. How hard is that pan to clean after? It's not hard to clean. Like the brown spots are baked into the pan itself a little bit, which I'm gonna try and clean out. It's not hard to clean though. It takes like less than a minute using not much pressure and a scraper. If it was a cleaner pan to start with, it wouldn't be that bad. Looks radioactive. My guy doesn't make food. Googled first is traditional Hungarian goulash, and then the second is called American goulash, made with ground beef, tomatoes, so it's the thing. Hey, I knew I Googled it before. Google it yourself. If you are pressed over goulash, you're fucking weird, bro. There's no way. There's no. I'm hoping that you're not pressed over goulash when I'm actually right and you're not. So that, like, it'd be bad because you'd be wrong, but also it's just a weird thing to waste your time on. How long have you been cooking? That's a while ago. Listen, it's taken me a long time to eat. Because I'm talking. Ah. Oh my God. It's all about happiness, baby. Hello? Ignorant American? You got a lot of hate in your heart, Phil. Let it out, bro. Let out the hate in your heart, my guy. You would fit in so well in America, bro. You would fit in so well. Because way too many people care about things that don't matter. And that's you right now. You should make a trip. Supposed to be a video? Probably not. Vertical like this is not great for videos. Maybe a short video, because now YouTube has YouTube Shorts, which I made one, but it didn't count. They're like 3 minutes or below. No, but Phil, come to America sometime, bro. You'll love it. Bro, look at this. Look at the flavor. Add some water. I gotta clean it with something different. Not just water. Because I'm gonna deglaze with beef bone broth in a moment. But I'm gonna try and clean it with barkeeper's friend or something like that. The goulash in the burning skillet. The skillet was discolored before I even started. It's just discoloration from burning previous stuff, like oil, a long time ago. Okay, this is not turning. It's not like flipping. Add some butter, I did. That was the initial thing that went in. For stainless steel, you add your oil before you start cooking. Or before you put the actual food in, I suppose. Feels pressed. I don't know what it is, dude. People get so tight over the most random things. I've had a walking pad for a few days now. I've got to say it's pretty dope. Gone a few miles already without realizing it's just shooting the shit. Yeah. I want to get either a walking pad, but I think for me, I want to get like a stationary cycle thing. But I have to have like a wooden board to put my keyboard on so I can do work stuff while also cycling. Because walking, I think I'll fall. I feel like my stride is excessive. So I'd have to have like a really long walking pad or something. All right, we added some red pepper to the goulash. What you making? A goulash. Ask Phil about it, he'll know. Okay, the pan was a little too hot, but that's fine. It's a little tight. I'm 6'4", and there's some times I'm falling off the back. That's what I'm worried about. I'm like 6'3" on a made up day. Now I'm 5'10", but I walk like an idiot, so I don't know. I don't trust myself. I'm 5'10", not 5'6". Americans will remove everything that makes the original recipe good over generations. I just think that people get way too concerned with like authentic, like tacos for instance. I guarantee you that the folks that are pressed over my goulash make tacos and they don't make them authentic. And they don't care. It's all about what people choose to focus on. It's like with video games. You can the same thing happens in video games. People won't care what a certain game does, but if their game does something, it's the end of the world. I've contemplated moving to Texas with the guns, but with your cooking skills, I don't know. Don't worry, I'm only in like a very small portion of Texas. I think Texas is pretty dope though. It is very humid though, so you might not adjust to that as quickly as you might want to. Southern food is disgustingly good if you're okay with dying at 35. Well, just get burgers. Burgers are chill. It's all the fried food that will kill you. It's just a lot of extra calories, and at a certain point, if you're too overweight, your life expectancy is not looking too good. That's the main issue. Okay, it's not burnt. That is fine. That's like random bits. It's not burnt, it's flavor. It'll be fine. Don't see fat 90-year-olds? Yeah. It's a type of thing to talk about because I've got some very hefty family members that I am almost scared for, and I mean that. Which they try to lose weight, they just don't know how. Okay, my phone's dying. I've got to get a PC set up in this kitchen or extend my current PC setup. All right, you may not believe me, but like a lot of that, all the color in this is flavor, okay? There's like maybe this much burnt stuff on the bottom, but oh well. Now we transfer this, keep the heat on, we transfer this to the crock pot. I'll keep that in there for now because it doesn't matter. Because now I'm going to add some bone beef broth. My phone's going to die. Hello. Restart your phone. A USB storage device has been disconnected. It'll be fine. If I don't charge my phone, it dies. It's all about confidence. This will be interesting. Now I have a cable hooked up to my phone. Okay, I'm actually burning the food now. There's like bits on the stove still. Time to deglaze. Don't know for sure if some parts are cooked and some aren't. No, the whole thing is cooked. There's not really much pink at all in that meat. Oh my goodness. Lack of good beach and scuba diving. Yeah, the beaches in Texas are not that wild. There is still scuba diving though. Especially in Texas, or in Texas for sure. My dad used to go scuba diving. Oh wait, no, that was in Japan. Never mind. This pan's very hot. That's not supposed to be that hot. I left one piece of meat in here on accident. It's my bad. I'm deglazing the pan, guys. I'm deglazing it. See, I wonder if it's a maiden, which is this pan's maiden. My other pans are heritage. I wonder if a heritage pan will be better. Because this is a 12-inch. I cook eggs in a 10.5-inch. Glazed diver. Wait, no. Glazed dinner. This is beef bone broth. Hello again. Okay, that did something or another. Transfer this. Oh, this cable could be the end of me. Transfer that to the crock pot. You can't see it. I just did it. This is gonna look not like it won't look appetizing, but it's gonna. It doesn't look. It's gonna look good. Just trust the process. It'll be fine. I gotta scrape. Hello? I gotta scrape off some more bits. But yeah, the discoloration in this pan, there's like almost nothing stuck to it. Like very little stuck to it. It's just the pan's discolored. I do 10 push-ups. I can do 10 push-ups. I think. We'll find out. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, you can't see me. I'm adding water to my pan. I'm gonna clean it in a moment. Probably later. Probably off stream. How about pull-ups? I don't have a pull-up bar. Okay, this will look drastically different as time progresses, I'm telling you. The meat will be more of a red color as time goes on, and the liquid won't be as, it'll be more viscous, and it'll be less liquid. It just takes a little bit of time. Because now we do that. I'm gonna set that there, just don't forget it, because if you do, you'll burn it. Plug in the crock pot, low. And that, folks, is the most budget way to make a goulash. The non-traditional way. The American way. I make it every day. Oh, I make it once. It lasts me around 4 days. It lasts me 3 days because I eat it 4 days. Eat once today, tomorrow. Yeah, 4 days. Before it burns, it didn't burn though. The stuff that maybe got a little like charred or a bit more charred than normal, like they're really small bits, but it's not burnt. What you saw on the ground beef is the, what's it called? It's a Maillard reaction. You saw a Maillard reaction. The reason why it looks so severe is I dried out the meat. I put the meat in the fridge so it could dry out. And because of that, it had a better time getting that Maillard reaction, which is kind of like a sear, I think. And that causes browning of the meat, which gives you more flavor. And that flavor is it helps make it taste better in the crock pot and in general. It's why smash burgers taste so good. Because smash burgers have that Maillard reaction where they look like they're crispy. That's exactly what I did to that ground beef on multiple sides. Where does the goulash come from? Like, is it from Europe or where? Hungary, apparently. Keep scrapping isn't going to make the goulash any more goulash. Didn't we already establish an American goulash, which is still goulash? Are you Hungarian by any chance? Because that's the only way you would care so much about the most minute of things. Yo, Biscotti, have a good day, bro. Okay, so now I kind of want to see about cleaning this pan to show you guys what I was trying to talk about. But I think I gotta clean it twice. How does this work? A cook's best friend, BK if it. What the fuck? Has anyone used Barkeeper's Friend? How does it work? Use BKF to clean cookware, sinks, stoves, oven doors, backsplashes, non-stone countertops, and drained floors. BKF will make your pots and pans shine like new. To buff out knife marks, blah, blah, blah. Sprinkle onto a wet surface, rub gently with a wet cloth or sponge, rinse thoroughly with clean water within a minute of application, then wipe dry. Huh. Okay, so these are the same thing. Here's the different labels. Goulash is shared cultural heritage of the whole East Europe. So Phil's a press European. Gloves are recommended but not needed. I have some gloves. I think. I do. For some reason. I didn't buy them, they're here. A bored European. Yeah, it's very interesting how that works. It does dry out your hands. Huh. How'd the meat come out? Good. The meat had Maillard reaction on a lot of sides, which is huge. Phil's probably upset that the American recipe has nothing left in common with goulash, but who cares? It's a fucking recipe. It's a food recipe. Like, no one should care. That's just such a weird thing to give any energy at all. All right. Get ready for your checkup. Almost ripped the glove. Who's your IP and how do you like them? I have Spectrum. I don't like them that much at all. Spectrum Internet are a bunch of Muppets. Okay, the gloves are equipped. Now, there's still stuff in this. I'm not sure if you're supposed to clean it when it still has food in it. I'm bent over and ready. Don't worry, you guys have been ready. With how you've been treated by Helldivers 2, you've been bent over. You've been preparing for this moment your whole life. At least the past 6 months. Should I clean the pan from the food, or did I just clean it with the BKF and call it a day? Thoughts? Just a Swedish chef trolling? You do your food as long as you like it, bro? Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. They gave me a sponge, I think. I think that's what we're supposed to use. Both. Sweet explains a lot? Okay. I don't profile people like that. Hello? I gotta clean this pan. I can't show you because it takes 2 hands. Okay. But I'm gonna try and show you guys what it looks like whenever I gotta get the tripod. That's what I need. Okay. I'm gonna get the tripod and see if I can make it work. Dude, cooking with gloves on has to suck so bad. Cause I just used one glove and I got re-equipped. BKF and done IMO. Well, I already rinsed it off a little bit. This phone is going to die. The charger. Cooking with gloves has both ups and downs. I feel like it's mostly downs. From my very limited experience. Especially unprofessional experience. If I do it like this, it's going to be sideways. As far as I know, most restaurants don't cook with gloves because it's just a nightmare. YouTube, I'm trying my best. They're yelling at me. So mentally, I don't know how to make this work. Wait. Maybe I do. Bob, you're a packet of crisps. Bob, you're the last chip in the bag. Think of your hands. Think your hands absorb a small amount of what you're touching. Just don't make any cyanide salmon and you're fine. Okay, how is this looking, folks? It's sideways, but... Consult my Swedish meatballs with gravy sauce and jammed lingonberry. What's a lingonberry? Do your meatballs have any sweetness to them, Phil? That's the only thing that matters to me right now. If you have sweet meatballs, I can't respect you. Now, if they're not sweet meatballs and they're savory meatballs, maybe the Swedes can get a little bit of respect. in this dojo. Okay, peel here. Yeah, it says peel. How the glove suck? They're sweet-ish? Okay. Oh, brother. Oh, I see. Nice. The forbidden salt or flour. Get off me. Swedish candy is mostly salty. Swedish candy sucks. Like the sweet, like, okay, the Americanized Swedish fish candy is terrible. I put more seasoning in my pan. I put more seasoning in the pan than I did on the goulash. Is that not crazy? I need to lift my goulash. Problem solved. Problem solved. We fixed it. So now, boom. I think. Right? That makes sense. Chat, am I doing good? I don't know. Oh my goodness! It's like instantly working. This is a workout. I already trained shoulders, triceps, and chest. I'm feeling it. Now what? Because it's not fully clean yet. Do I redo it? Or I know Barkeeper's friend? My guy, what are you talking about? I'm a redo. I'm not sure if you're supposed to. I don't know what's going on. It should be good in the sink, right? Bro. There's water in it still, but that's a lot cleaner. That's kind of crazy. Blocking the shot. Probably too much, but if the stove gets dirty, I don't really care. Okay, if my towel gets dirty, I care. I only got one good towel. I messed this pan up bad. Is this acid where baking soda is basic? I have no idea. Folks just had to use it, so I'm using it. No. There's just so much. I messed this pan up so bad that even with Barkeeper's friend, I feel like it's hard to get some stuff out. But this stuff's doing a lot of work. You need a lot of pressure. Okay. That's good enough for now. All I'm saying is that's not too shabby. It's not perfect, but it's not too shabby. Right? It's been caked on like that for months. Since the first time I had it, I just didn't know what I was doing. The stovetop was almost dirty. I just cleaned it. Google lingonberry. Meatballs is meat, salt, pepper, onion. Well, I'm just saying that like people make meatballs with all kinds of different stuff. They make sweet meatballs. They make jelly meatballs, which is still sweet meatballs, but you know the deal. Nah, it's not too shabby. This is the best. The best I can do is freaking sideways. Oh, yeah. We're gonna be crooked, dude. This not a great tripod. It has glass oxide, which helps with scrubbing. Oh, this sink is kind of dirty. Those are the eggs from the day. Okay. Is this better? Is this more professional? It's all wrinkly and whatnot. What? That's the bottom of the pan. Yeesh. Very pro cooking stream. We're improving. Look at that. We actually leveled up midstream. There's also liquid BKF, but it's a bit more expensive. I mean, the powder stuff worked. I don't need to have a perfect pan. I just want to have a pan that's not as grimed on like that one was. What is with the weirdos? I feel like there's a few folks that made accounts to just comment out of pocket stuff that's not even like remotely inteligente or funny. Oh, I get it. It's the bro. It's the average. The average Jack Doherty fan is John G. Nice one, bro. Because only folks like that, only like damn near subhumans watch that kind of content in the first place. And that's who they remind me of. Sure, I mean, that shit, it's weird. Is that not weird? And I happen to believe that those people are like either teenagers or adults. I don't think that kids do that these days. Not in my streams. I feel like it's a weird target. But grown-ups and like teenagers and adults, I think that they're the kind of folks that do that kind of stuff. And then one of these days, I'm gonna see like way too close. One of these days, I'm gonna see a thing like Doe keeps banning people from his stream. He can't handle criticism. It's like the folks I'm banning are ridiculous. They're typing out of pocket shit. But soon that's gonna happen. Doe can't handle critique. He keeps banning people. I keep having folks that say I'm deleting their comments in YouTube sections, like my videos. I don't delete comments. There's an auto filter for things that YouTube has itself that I put on either minimal or off, and it still gets things. But on TikTok, folks say the same thing. It's like, dog, I'm not deleting your comments. In fact, on TikTok, I can't even comment certain things. I'll get in trouble. I'll get a damn strike. One time I said something and I followed up with like, my condolences cupcake. I got a strike for that. My condolences cupcake. Hello? Doe sounds in the haters. Exactly. That's gonna happen. This, I should have done this the entire time. This is freaking money, dude. Look at this. You can turn it down. Oh my lord. Clarify what the phrase out of pocket means. That is not a common phrase in my country. Out of pocket just means insane. Okay, it's like out of left field, like out of pocket's out of nowhere. Basically, but out of nowhere in this case it just means it's out of nowhere and insane. So John G typing the word he was typing is out of pocket. Came out of nowhere, it's insane. That's kind of what it means. Or yeah, acting up too. It's like synonymous with like those. Acting up, out of left fields, being crazy, being wild, out of pocket. Like if you saw a bear that was running at you, you say, that bear's out of pocket. It's doing some crazy stuff. It's freaking charging you. Just some random lingo. Batshit crazy is another one. The phone's dying, so I had to disconnect the JD mic. I kind of like this thing though. So sudden out of nowhere. It could be sudden, yeah. Like I think sudden makes sense to describe it. Like unprovoked, irrational behavior. That's like the more big word way to view it. This thing, bro, that's kind of impressive. There's a spot top, but that is impressive stuff. Because I cleaned this pan with a sponge and soap, and it looked like it did before I started cooking. It looked like that. A clean pan looked like that. But there's just stuff that gets to the bottom of it you can't clean off as easily. Barkeeper's friend. Kind of nuts. Have you been unbanned from the Discord? Yeah, I was unbanned like less than a week after it happened. With this thing, is there like a lid for it, or how do you store it? I just put the God love chemicals. They're my favorite. I'm a chemical enthusiast. You asked for Swedish meatball recipe. At Christmas time, you add allspice pepper to the meatballs. Word. Eat the rest. Please don't actually do that. The saltiness is actually ammonium chloride. Same chemical used in fertilizers, but sprinkles it on some sweet licorice makes it mama good delicious. I don't want to know what that's some information I want to know about. Goulash and spaghetti's goated. I usually put my goulash over rice if I'm having a carb with it. Who don't like salty licorice? I don't think I do, at least. Maybe I do. You can use tomato paste and scrub the side of the scrub side with the sponge to clean stainless too. I heard tomato paste and I've heard lemon juice. I should have tried that, honestly. You asked for sweetest meatball recipe. I didn't ever ask for a recipe. I said, do you eat sweet meatballs? Like, do you like them when they're like sweet? That's what I asked. All right, chat. Honest question about Helldivers 2, because I can't escape it yet. Should I do long playthroughs or should I do more like talking head videos? For instance, I could do a video on Eruptor, because my plan for Eruptor is to talk about the change, showcase what changed about it, how it's good, the breakpoint differences. But I want to also point out that I was right when I said that gun was trash in the beginning. Both? Fair. I just feel like people are getting bored of the long playthroughs, at least from me. Like, judging by the view counts. Because ideally, I want to try and get like 30K views of vid. Not that it has to happen. But I think that I can get that by doing a talking head video. Like, I think that people would be more interested in that. Please, more long playthroughs. I need more 40 minutes videos. But why? What do you enjoy more? I don't know. Depends. Part of my enjoyment on YouTube is seeing a vid do well. Not even just like the money aspect, because views don't just equal money necessarily. But when you see like a bunch of comments and folks actually enjoying the content, that's good. I like that. So it's not really a big deal to me, because I can do either. And honestly, even though long form videos don't have much editing, like I just like post a video, it's about getting a good enough one to post in the first place. You take too long to eat. I take forever to eat when I'm talking to y'all. I still have vegetables. It's wild. Both. I prefer talking head videos because I personally get more value from them. My thoughts are talking head videos give you more value quicker. Because it's more concise thought. I can talk, say what I need to say, make it make sense. I usually put footage in the background to show what I'm talking about, and I'll still do that for some videos, but it takes like that makes them take forever to make. So I'll keep making both videos, but I just feel like in the current state of the game, I'm not gonna lie to you guys and say the HMG is amazing, or like I might say the airbrush rocket launcher is crazy because they buffed it somehow, some way. So I think that might be a long playthrough video. But I think I'm just kind of bored of doing full missions for like an actual video. That being said, if I have fun doing it on stream, maybe. Thoughts on folks who don't sleep on bed sheets and straight on the mattress? I mean, I sleep... I'll show you. It's all about confidence. Oh my goodness. I kicked the shit out of that. So I sleep on the... It's fine, guys. I make my bed when I go to sleep. So these are just... These are like the sheets over like a protective cover from the mattress for like bed bugs and whatnot. But I just have this, and I have my weighted blanket, and I have one pillow. That's a buckwheat pillow. I like it a lot. That's where the magic happens. Bro. That buckwheat pillow goes crazy. I have very minimal stuff. I need to get a new weighted blanket, because that one's too small for me. My toesies poke out. Instead of long form, short form, just do uncut and edited. That's what I do. For most of my long form videos, they're mostly uncut. The recent one with like the challenge thing, getting the achievement, I showed, like I cut down like 3 hours of footage, and I showed that at the start. And then I had the later portion, which was me actually beating the objective. And that was uncut. Everything's off. We're good. And then now, look at how professional this is. Finish your veggies? Nope, I did not. I eat slow on camera. Put them both out, we'll enjoy what you like. See, that's true. Like, I'm not too concerned about that. I'm just curious to, like, I need to figure out how to not waste my time too much. Not in the sense of every video has to be amazing, every video has to pop off, but more, videos have to pop off enough. That's important for brands and sponsorships and whatnot. Yeah, the whole by primary, I think that was actually, I had fun doing that. It got annoying at one point, don't get me wrong, because it was like, bro, I was dying to things that at a certain point when you die in that game to stuff that you can't control, it gets a little tilting, but I didn't freak out, which is good. A great zombie. When I was younger, my class voted me most likely to become a ninja and assassinate people, I think. Because I was quiet and mysterious. Apply some NVIDIA? They replied, they said, we're not looking for anyone right now. Honestly, I sold the bag on a few things. I was gonna get some free shoes to try out. They're pretty nice shoes. And at first I was like, because I asked him, I said, I have an idea to promote your shoes. I should have led with, I want to promote the shoes, do an integration and get paid because it'd be ideal. But I didn't lead with that. So instead they said, oh, we'd love to give you some free shoes to try out. And I was like, I like that, but I also want to get paid if I can. So I posed the idea of getting paid. They're like, we don't have a budget for it. And I was like, okay, cool. And then I said, can I get some shoes for my brother? Because it'd be helpful to have like the family angle, which is true. They have not responded yet. So I don't think they think I'm like trying to basically, they think I'm like a grifter. I'm trying to just get free stuff, even though I'm going to promote them. I'm going to make a neat ad for it too. Vessi? I don't know if it's Vessi or not. Like, there's a name. I'm not going to say the name right now. Overreached? I think so. Yeah. So, you live and you learn. I'll reach out again on Monday if they don't respond and say, hey, I'll do the thing. I don't know. One thing I'm learning, I think I'm charging too much for sponsorships. Because everyone always says to charge a lot, because you can charge a lot. But then again, if you don't get any sponsorships, you're charging too much. So I'm going to lower that. Whenever brands reach out, I'm going to say, I'll do it for a lot lower. Because not getting paid at all sucks. Yeah, I'm happy they responded. It means a lot when they do. Because brands don't have to respond to you. They can just ghost you. And that sucks. That being said, though, them responding to isn't like a... Them saying that we'll look into you in the future, it's not a guarantee. But it's better than them not responding at all. So, I'm happy. I tried to. I sent a message to Star Forge yesterday. Mid-road trip. I wasn't driving though. Own house or rent? May I ask how big and what's the rent? Good to know what I can plan on when I move. This house, my rent situation is a bit different because I rent for my brother. Like he's the one who charges me rent. I don't know if he charges me the actual price of it though, because I pay $1,800 in rent for a 2,400 foot square house. I don't know the going rate though. I think that I pay him extra just because I can, or I want to rather. So it would be $1,750 for a 2,400 square foot house to rent. Yeah, I wasn't the one driving Oricon. It was me and my brother. Me and my brother both drove in the same vehicle, so we like switched seats. It should be fairly easy to get one of the drink mixes sponsorships though, no? I don't want one of them though. I don't want to be a G Fuel person or a GamerSupps. At one point I would have taken the money, but now I don't want to. Now I'm much more inclined to preach about things that are more healthy. I'll take gaming sponsorships for things that I don't particularly believe in because it's video games. But when it comes to health, I want to try and avoid the things that I know are not great. I might take some snack sponsorships if that ever happens, like Kellogg's, by all means. But I don't believe in G Fuel. I don't think that gamers need caffeine to play video games. I don't drink any caffeine at all. I don't believe that gamers need caffeine. And G Fuel is marketed towards gamers. Some folks don't take G Fuel for gaming, but a lot of folks do. And I do not believe it's necessary. Yeah, I don't believe in G Fuel. It's a scam. Those VPN companies, those may be a bit more inclined, but even then, like I don't use a VPN. I don't know. Sponsorships would be amazing. It'd be cool to get a fridge sponsorship, a stove sponsorship. I have an affiliate code with pans, Heritage Steel, just saying. If you want to make eggs, get a 10.5-inch pan. It's pretty freaking slick, Rick. I like it a lot. But it'd be sick to get sponsorships from brands for real life products. Because when it comes to gaming, you guys know how I am with games. I'm very critical. It's kind of hard to get sponsored by a game and go from being the person who's critical of them to being like, wow, this is nice. Guys, this game is crazy good. That's wild. When in reality, I probably don't think that. For good things from NordVPN from other content creators. Yeah, but were they paid to say those things? That's the hard thing to measure. Because just because you're paid doesn't mean that you're gonna always be trying to market it. But when you are paid, it does mean that you're inclined to market it. You can't be sponsored by a game and have integrity unless you're the freaking tippity top and you're so freaking famous and you're so lucrative to investors, to advertisers. You cannot have your own opinion. You have to have the opinion they want you to have. And if you don't, you won't get more sponsorships. On that note, though, you can avoid saying the game's amazing and just talk about what the game has to offer. Like the features. You could do that instead and talk about the things you like and just mention the things you might not like, but don't say you don't like them. Just mention them. Potentially. But even then, you just mention the good stuff and press on. Raid Shadow Legends. Oh, if WoW sponsored me, I play the game. There's certain games that I actually like a little bit. Like I like WoW. I don't love it, but I like WoW. I think the key would be to get sponsorships for games and just don't play it long enough to realize the faults. And talk about the good stuff. Even the top of the top don't get other opinions. I feel like Asmon Gold, or maybe it doesn't get sponsored by games. There's some folks that get sponsored by games that I've been told they still dunk on the games, but maybe not in the actual sponsored video. Like Diablo 4 creators. I've heard that some of those guys that get sponsored, they say some stuff. They have some thoughts. That is the goal, though. Sponsorships are the key right now. Because even though I get like 1 million views in a month or something, which sounds crazy, I need to get sponsors. I want to get sponsors. That's how I've been asking them. Been out here begging. Would you take a D4 sponsorship? I would. I would play a bunch of different games, especially those kinds of games. Like those are games that if I got paid to play them, by all means. They're just not games that I feel like playing on my own. Do a backflip? I'd die. Me and flipping are not. We don't have good cohesion. Would a V-Racing sponsorship be dope? I love that game. You got this, just do it. There, yeah, CR dude. Do 400 backflips, and when you're done, I'll do one. Yeah, the Windblown game. It's coming out the 24th. I've been looking forward to it for a while. I think since the start of this month, I've been looking forward to it. Give us your hottest take on Helldivers 2. I don't really have hot takes. Oh. Napalm Barrage should get removed from the game. There should be missions or some incentive to not take barrages, eagles, and orbitals. Barrages, eagles, and orbitals make the game kind of boring. Or they can. What else? Those are like the hottest takes. The other things are like more attacking people. You're gonna stream your PC build when the 9950 XUD is available? I think so. That's the plan. Cinder's not OP is somehow not. So, yeah, I mean that's. I didn't say that as a hot take because it's not like that's just common sense. I think the entire community the entire community has Helldiver 2 fatigue, whether they know it or not. Or like they're kind of like burnt out. The phone must be plugged in. Keeps dying. I think that right now I'm kind of getting burnt out on the game, but not to the point that I don't like it. Like I'm really happy with the update. This update was probably the first time we've ever had very positive impact. Because normally, like we have updates that sometimes have more good changes than bad changes, but the bad changes outweigh the good changes. That's not great. That's a bad thing. This update, I feel like the good changes heavily outweighed the bad changes, like immensely. Because there was almost no bad changes. Napalm Barrage should maybe have limited use. I just don't see the purpose of it existing. It doesn't make much sense. Okay, trying to charge this phone before it dies. What would be some bad changes for this new update? There's not many, which is good. Some bad changes. I think impalers are more accurate. That's a bad change. I'm pretty sure that they are. That's like the only bad change I can think of, top of my head. Okay, I'd say that the changing of the plasma Punisher isn't good, but I don't care for the gun, so I kind of don't care, unfortunately. If the gun was better, I would care more. Oh, whatever happened to that doll stuff? I think it's still happening. Oh, the shield. Yeah, the shield change is bad. Wait, there was 3 things. I listed 3 things in my video. What were the 3 things I talked about? I said shield, I said impaler, which I think the impaler changed. There's one more thing. I forgot what it was. Napalm is boring for everyone else not taking napalm. I think that napalm is boring for everyone involved. Because at a certain point, you'll realize even the person throwing the napalm isn't doing anything. They threw a giant barrage that doesn't require any real thinking into a bug breach or whatever, and they got like 40 kills, 50 kills, 100 kills. There's just not much thought involved in that. The big OE shield, they got nerfed because it's now way easier to get hit. They got, well, that and it doesn't recharge. Before it would recharge, so you got more shield. And now the current shield takes damage from drop pods. Okay, that's a kid. That's like the first child probably. Other people in the stream saying that kind of stuff, they're like adults. Question mark? I don't know. It's wild how it's 2024, and back when I was in like middle school, that's when people were saying stuff like that to everyone. Like just it was like a common thing. It's because Napalm Barrage is just pure dopamine. Yo, Urcon, thanks for the almost $1. Appreciate you, son. Napalm Barrage is pure dopamine. I mean, I don't see it. Ever since like even when it first came out, I used it. I was like, I'm just kind of bored of this. But I think I'm bored of barrages and orbitals and eagles in general. I much prefer using a Tesla tower. For instance, let me hold 500. Here, you give me 500, and I'll give you a loan with 10% interest. Don't pester sugared drinks, please. 0 sugar. 0 sugar and maybe like 2 calories. It says 0 calories, but I think it's probably got like maybe 2. Maybe. Keep it up. There's no way this app has freaking gifts for Urcon. This is dangerous. Urcon thanks for 5, man. Sick comeback. It wasn't a comeback. I said if you give me $500, I'll loan you $500. 10% interest. Zero sugar but cancer included? Nah. Diet sodas are technically good for you. They help folks lose weight. And I think you have to drink like what, 40 cans? You have to drink 40 cans a day of diet soda for a prolonged period of time to see any detrimental health effects. Does autism run in your family? Does anyone run in your family at all? Because I heard that when you're not very active, you tend to be pretty upset and angry at people. And right now you're being pretty upset and angry for no reason. Do you still clean shave? Not really. I always cut myself when I shave. I do want to. I want to get like a fancier thing for shaving. I want that thing where you have the foam and you the brush and you go and then you make it creamy and you shave like that. I think I want to get like a better shaver as well, better razors instead of that stuff. That's not a child. What is happening? Foam or shaving gel? I think foam. I think you can turn the gel into foam. Shave sponsorship. I got reached out to by folks that are reaching out on behalf of Manscaped. I gave them my rate. I think it was too high, and they have not responded. We'll see what happens. From Helldivers to shaving? I mean, we started with cooking. We started with eggs, then goulash, and that stuff. How long we survive in Helldivers 2 IRL? At least an hour. Got a Henson safety razor. I'm gonna write that down. Safety razors are good. The one I have is not safe enough though. I keep cutting myself. But I think the issue is what I'm using shave-wise. Why you left Dauntless? The game had no content for 4 years. What do you mean, why I leave Dauntless? The game had no content. How can you be a content creator when you have no content? They're safe compared to safe, to straight razors. I mean, I get that. That's fair. Bro scared him off? Oh no, I banned that guy. The guy was like, you look like you have autism. I'm like, I might, but bro's an idiot. Haven't heard that comment in years. I hear it a lot still. I hear it probably every stream. At least one person pops in and says, why, or are you going to play the new DOS update? Oh, okay, so that comment I haven't heard of, like, why you left. Because it should be really obvious. But I do get comments about DOS every day. That is true, but did you and other content creators talk to them? Who, DOS people? No. They haven't messaged me in like 4 or 5 years. 4 years, I think. Do you have any chance know a game called Paragon? I've heard of it, yeah. I think that Paragon has a new game by the same folks called Predecessor. Why put else again? I'd play it again because it might be fun. If they make it so you can swap weapons fast, it'd be fun. Fingers crossed you get 7-Up sponsorship. Also, I appreciate the content you make. It's always fun to watch. Yo, I'm your stupidity. Thanks for the 10. Appreciate you. Jason, no politics, bro. Bro, what? How is this? Usually there's no weirdos. I feel like most streams have been pretty chill. I'm gonna see if he stops saying dumb stuff. Because like the dumb thing is, I just don't want to talk about politics. I don't want to talk about anybody, either side. I don't care. Yeah, they're an idiot. Isn't Andrew Tate free already? I'm confused. I'm not keeping up though. I'm trying not to ban Urcon. I didn't miss. Let's go. Like that's somebody. I just don't. Is YouTube the new TikTok? No, TikTok is dude. TikTok, they pay me. I've been posting really easy videos and like they're making like $40 here and there and it adds up, so that's cool. But there's so many dumb people on TikTok, it's scary. It's genuinely scary. Like YouTube, you'll see some really dumb people that have terrible ideas about games and whatnot. On TikTok, it's 1,000 times worse. It's like exacerbated. Politics and religion as those risky topics where your opinion can ruin the mood. It just doesn't matter. You're not like people don't recognize that you're not really going to change anyone's mind on topics on the internet. All you're going to do is have folks that agree with you that may find your folks that will find your content and be like, oh, I agree with you, and they'll just watch it until you say one thing they don't like, and they'll say like, I thought I could trust you, and now I can't. It's not good. But with politics and religion and stuff, terrible for sponsorships, terrible for ads on videos too. And it just doesn't, it's not meaningful. There's no conversation to be had. There's nothing that I'm going to say, nothing I care to say in the first place to Randy's. Nothing good comes out of it. Salvo, wait, 3 salvo, what the hell is that? Salvo, P-Strike, 100-second cooldown, 2. Machine gun plus eat, commando combo drop pod that share a stratagem slot and loadout. Since both drop down on one side, make them share drop pod. For what? Make what share drop pod? Everyone's playing with bots. These are real human beings. Okay, the last guy that got banned probably wasn't a real human being, but you never know. New video idea: sliding into your DM's tier list. No. I almost want to do a tier list for food. It's just hard to do right now because I can't eat all that much food. Realistically. I'll sub if you sing Fane. Write the lyrics. Tier list of Helldivers 2 Blazers? Nah. I do want to make a video talking about how I want to point out the things I've said in previous videos and how they came true. Because now, bro, people have like the shortest memory possible. Folks call me a Krispy Kreme glaze diver for a recent video where I said that the update's good. As if you can't point out when the game does good stuff. Like one dude in the comment section said, "Doe, you need to do better. There's so many things still wrong in this game." And I'm like, brother, what are the things that are wrong in the game have to do with the update being good? Because what I preach in gaming isn't to just be negative for negative's sake. I preach to be a critical thinker. And so the person that left that comment does not think critically. They believe they do, but instead they don't. Doe low-key the king of Blazers. No. Not even remotely close. Even in your Discord, folks are still pissed. Like you're not allowed to say Arrowhead did anything right. Yeah, I don't understand. Because my stance has always been, if a patch does more good than if a patch has more positive change than bad change, like not in terms of quantity but in terms of quality, that's a good update. This was like the first patch that had that, so I'm gonna say it's a good patch. I'm enjoying playing the bots. If you can't point out the good things in the game, then at that point you're too far gone. Like I can do that. They've assumed I can't, but I can. It just so happens that for the longest time, the game hasn't made enough positive impact. There have been some really good changes along the way, but all the bad changes have heavily outweighed the good changes up until like this patch. So folks saying, "Oh my god, they ruined the jump pack." I think the jump pack's more fun now than it was. Like I think it should still get improved a bit more, but it's a lot more fun to use for me. Bots still kind of suck to fight. I wear heavy armor. I think that they're more fun than they've been, but you will still die in ways you shouldn't be dying a lot. I think that bots are way more fun than bugs though. How does jump pack change? Cooldown reduced by 25%, and it seems to go further horizontally. Yeah, I'm in the same boat, Dozer. I think jump pack is really fun. They just have to do a bit more to it. But I've actually enjoyed using it. Like I'll use it over supply backpack. Not because it's better, it's just more fun. Don't go all Angry Joe and shill Sugar G. Oh, don't pester sugar drinks, please. Meant don't go all Angry Joe and shill Sugar G Fuel. I don't think I plan on never taking a G Fuel sponsorship. If they ever pay me $2 grand or more, I might consider it. But just know where I stand. And where I stand is, if you're a gamer, you don't need caffeine. Do your best, Joker laugh. Hell no. That'd sound terrible. I have a little bit of dignity. What'd you say about the supply backpack? It's really good. I said that when you have the jump pack that got buffed to the point that I want to actually use it over supply backpack, that's a good change. And the reason why I'd use jump pack over supply backpack is because jump pack is fun. Because supply backpack is just absurdly useful. So I said it's a good change. Caffeine's overrated. I don't even really feel like I get affected by caffeine that much. I think that some folks are addicted to caffeine. I need the caffeine. Dough, the gamer fuel. No, you don't. You should do a damn caffeine detox. Some of y'all need a caffeine detox. You need to try getting better sleep. And when you wake up, I'd recommend using electrolytes. Echo has a blend that only has 500 milligrams of sodium, because some have 1,000 milligrams, which is pretty heavy. There's like, I think there's, what's it called? There's a mineral supplement I take that has only 300 milligrams of sodium, but it's really expensive. It's like $2 per serving. I'm going to ruin the likes, hee hee. Jesus Christ. I fall asleep after having coffee. It has no effect. I never really feel like I've ever gotten the benefit of caffeine all too much. You overuse it's not working. I've never overused caffeine. The most caffeine I've ever had in my life is something like 140 milligrams on the day. Like most people have like 400 milligrams, or not most, but some people have 400 milligrams, probably closer to 200 plus for the average person. And people drink caffeine past like, what is it, 2 p.m.? Because caffeine has a half-life of around 5 hours. So at like 5 hours, if you take 100 milligrams of caffeine, you'll still have 50 milligrams in your system. Caffeine has such a negligible effect. It feels like placebo to me. I think it works more for some people than others. I think. I'm not sure if there's like a responder thing, but from what I can tell, when it comes to certain supplements and certain things in general, there's folks that respond better than others. And caffeine could be one of those supplements. Did you eat the burger yet? No. The burger's not gonna happen today. The goulash is gonna cook for another 8 hours, dog. I'm gonna get a burger on leg day. So I'm thinking probably this Sunday, if the burger joint's open. If not, I'm gonna do it next leg day. Some folks aren't as receptive to it, I believe. That's what I think as well. I don't know for sure, but that's what I think. Patience, true. Are you editing? I'll be trying to make a video here today. I think my plan is to play Eruptor on stream tonight, and then take the footage from that and make a video talking about Eruptor. Not Eruptor. What's the new gun? No, the Plasma Purifier. The Purifier, that one. And also, I'll probably make a video on Airburst Rocket Launcher, because that thing got buffed inadvertently, which is, it sounds sick. It sounds way more fun. Airburst does double damage now, because it has the same values as a frag grenade, and the frag got damage buffed by double. Probably the same as sugar. I thought for a long time that sugar high was a myth, because I never met anyone IRL who had that reaction. Oh no, sugar high is a real thing. Look at children, dude. When children get too much sugar, they freaking go crazy. But I think if you probably ate like, if you ate something that had probably 70 grams of sugar, you get a sugar high for sure. My right ankle loudly squeaks on every leg day. Your ankle? I've heard of knees popping, but ankles is a different thing. I think one day it'll be either so over or insanely broken. I think you're cooked. Work on your mobility. Plasma Purifier got a lot of love. Plasma Punisher is the neglected middle child, as it should be. That gun is cheeks. Hello? Yo. Personally, felt nothing different about the airburst. I mean, folks said it's better, so I'm gonna see what it is. If it doesn't feel better, I'm gonna be upset. I'm hoping it feels good. Watching your older Remnant 2 videos, would you say it's still worth playing in 2024? I think so. It depends on the person, but in general, probably. For me, no. I wish I had more fun playing it, but I think I got burnt out. The newest DLC looks to have some really cool cosmetics you can earn. And the bosses are apparently pretty fun too. I think I beat the DLC technically, and I stopped playing after that. But the new boss is fun. Just tested it. It one-shot Hulk and Flying Gunship to the face or on the back. Because you could one-shot Impalers, you could one-shot Chargers before. You could one-shot Hulk maybe, but not very consistently. One-shotting Gunships is pretty good. I thought Remnant 2 was still pretty new. I liked it far more than Elden Ring. Remnant 2 is pretty new. To the face? Alright, folks. I'm going to end the stream here, and we're gonna play some Helldivers 2 tonight. That's the plan. Whenever I stream, I don't do dishes like I should. Clean as you go. If you make food, you rinse it off quickly, because right now it's like caked on. It's dumb. But if you have the ability to, clean as you go. But I'm going to go ahead and dip, I think. I'll be back on tonight in about 2 hours. Man. Like probably 2 hours. 8 p.m. Central. Anyway, chat, I appreciate you watching. If you gave donations, that's very kind of you. It's not necessary, but thank you as well. If you're just here watching the stream, appreciate your time, brother. And y'all have a good day or not. I'll catch you tonight, perhaps. How do you end the stream? How do you end the stream? I found it. Later. Well, I can't hit it. The tripod's blocking it.